All right, look, PrizePicks is America's #1 sports picks app, and it's the easiest way to win cash while you're watching games. Here's how it works. You pick more or less on 2 or more players, and you lock it in. That's it. No spreadsheets, no nonsense. If player picks aren't your thing, you can also pick teams now. Winner, spread, total, all in the same map. Team picks are live in 30 states, including California, Texas, my home state, and Florida. Most importantly, new users use code Speakeasy. $5 gets you $50 in lineups for free. PrizePicks. It's good to be right.
Hey. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome into the Speakeasy, sophisticated sports talk with the best in the game. I'm the large human being nicknamed Carebear, center behind the bar, Kieran Hickey Simple, and I'm joined here today with two gentlemen who played at a very high level in the National Football League. Well, one of them at a high level in the National Football League. One of them made it, and that guy that made it is wearing a salmon-colored bodysuit. I don't know what you got on right now, brother. Emmanuel Acho in the building.
Bodysuit is crazy.
Yeah,
hey, it's the last show of the week. Hey, y'all could be doing anything with your time. We don't take it for granted that you are tapped into this show. It might have been a stressful day for you. It might be a stressful week for you. Hopefully, we provide some laughter, some analysis, but more than anything, just a good hang. If y'all want to talk back to us, drop some super chats. If it's your first time here, hopefully it won't be your last time. Carebear! Get it poppin'.
Also joining us here in the Speakeasy today is everybody's favorite OG. This man knows all the young boy. He knows all the Kodak. He was singing it earlier before the show started. I'm talking about the former Pro Bowler, Cincinnati Bengals legend, and one of the best wide receivers to ever step foot in the Speakeasy. The best wide receiver to ever step foot in the Speakeasy. TJ Hushmanzada in the building.
Don't let James Jones hear that.
I watched James lose a lot of games this past weekend in 7-on-7 football, so I'm gonna let him.
What team was he coaching?
And 5 stars. It was they're a very talented team, but they lost. They lost a lot. Yeah.
Hey, I'm undefeated in 7-on right now.
Come on now. Hey, you saw his Chargers. He's a head coach of the Chargers now. 12U. Watch out, they're gonna be a problem.
I love it.
Also joining us here to Speakeasy, the master of social, the man in charge of the chat, always wearing the hats. I'm talking about Social Trey in the building.
Social Trey.
What's happening, fellas? Hey, listen, it's our last day of the last show of the week.
It is.
I'm excited to be here.
I am too.
It's good to see y'all.
Absolutely.
Kieran, where we at?
I'm telling you, we got a lot to get to today. It's going to be a very fun show. First, we got to start off talking about old man Kirk Cousins.
Little breaking news.
Signing with the Las Vegas Raiders, a 5-year, $172 million deal. Oh my goodness, it looks crazy. But in reality, it's a 1-year, fully guaranteed $20 million deal that also contains a club option for 2 years at $80 million. The Falcons are going to be paying him $8.7 million this season. The Raiders, another $1.3 that Las Vegas agreed to pay its new quarterback a fully guaranteed $10 million roster bonus. So they're essentially telling you Fernando Mendoza is already locked in to be that quarterback as well. $20 million is also bridge starter money, a sign that Kirk Cousins could be indeed taking the first snap for Las Vegas, though, this season. What does Kirk Cousins signing mean for Fernando Mendoza, in you guys' opinion?
It means that Fernando Mendoza is being put in the best situation to have long-term success. That's what the Kirk Cousins signing means. Why do I say that? I was talking to Andy Reid one time, and Andy Reid said, Acho, if at all possible, I would prefer to have my rookie quarterback start on the bench so they can learn. Let them learn first by watching before they have to learn experientially. Okay, if y'all don't take my word for it, just look at the objective data in the National Football League. Think about the last several NFL MVPs. Which ones of them started as rookies? Josh Allen, or started their first game as rookies. Josh Allen, nah. Lamar Jackson, nah. Pat Mahomes, nah. Matthew Stafford, maybe. I'd have to go back to 2007-8 season. I do not recall. Tom Brady, nah. NFL MVPs, more often than not in this day and age, did not start their rookie season. Coincidence, causation, correlation. I believe that it's a correlation. I do not believe that it's a pure coincidence. I also would suggest there's a causation there. When you are a rookie, being able to learn, especially learn from a quarterback that's incredibly cerebral. Kirk Cousins is one of the smartest quarterbacks playing the game right now. He's my draft class. He's going on year 15 or 16, if I'm not mistaken. A quarterback that's incredibly cerebral. On top of being cerebral, a quarterback that plays the game like you play the game. It's not as though Fernando Mendoza is going to be watching somebody like Lamar Jackson or Justin Fields and be saying, man, I can't do that physically. No, he's going to be watching Kirk Cousins, and Kirk Cousins quite literally is the he's the NFL comparison that I made to Fernando Mendoza. I believe they're the same quarterback. I believe they're equally mobile, especially young Kirk Cousins. Remember, young Kirk Cousins was in that Shanahan scheme in 2012. I believe they're equally mobile. I believe they have an equally big arm. I believe they're equally cerebral, and I believe they're equally mature as individuals. So to me, this is an ideal situation for the Raiders, and it's an ideal situation for Fernando Mendoza.
This means that the Raiders realize we have a new head coach.
Yep.
And we're going to have a new quarterback.
Correct.
We absolutely must make sure this works. And I believe this gives them the best chance and opportunity to make this work. But more than anything, man, I got to shout out Mike McCartney, not McCarthy.
Okay, break it down.
Kirk Cousins' agent. Man, you need to stand up, round of applause. Pat yourself on the back 2 or 3 times.
Yeah.
Again, I'm just this off the top of my head.
Yep.
I could be wrong.
Talk to me.
Kirk Cousins got to be one of the highest paid players in the history of the league ever.
Yeah, he's top 5 if I'm not mistaken.
No, I guarantee he's higher than that.
Higher than that?
He top 3.
Okay.
It's probably
I think it's Peyton.
no Matthew Peyton.
Peyton ain't up there?
Matthew Stafford.
Tom Brady.
Bro,
Kirk Cousins
I'm telling
is
you.
now number 3.
Because Stafford been hitting him on the head for years.
And the highest earner. He's made
hey.
more money in his NFL career than Aaron Rodgers.
Hey,
Yo.
agent Mike McCarthy, stand up and pat yourself on the back because you've done a hell of a job maximizing Kirk Cousins
Peyton and Eli
and every dollar he can make. So that's first and foremost.
Yep.
Back to Fernando Mendoza and the Raiders. I love it because Kubiak is bringing in a quarterback and Kirk Cousins that's saying, okay, we hope we can win games with you.
Yeah.
But we're really paying you to be a great mentor. That's what we're paying you for. We're paying you to be a great mentor. Teach him the game. Teach this young man the game of football from a physical perspective, from a mental perspective, the ebbs and flows, the ups and downs. This is what we need you for because we can tell him this. You're going to tell him this and he's going to listen to you because you know he knows you walk the path that he's about to walk.
Correct.
And so I love it. I really do love it. Only thing, Fernando Mendoza's 36 starts in college, I believe. Mm-hmm. That's a lot of starts to not start day one as a rookie. But if you want to maximize.
But here's my thing, T. I do not mind not starting day one. Here's what I do mind, and here's where I'm with you if this is what you're saying. Fernando Mendoza better start at some point in time his rookie season.
He's going to play, because the Raiders are going to be bad.
Yep.
I'm going to say by
6,
Thanksgiving, he'll be starting. By Thanksgiving, Mendoza will be starting. They might be getting blown out or blowing somebody out. He'll get some snaps.
Yeah.
And once he shows them he's ready, then it's his. But there's no reason to. $20 million. Like, Kirk Cousins is going to be the best teammate anybody ever asked for.
Yeah.
But, man, his agent, bro.
Is this not too much money for an additional coach? $20 million is more money than Kubiak is probably getting paid. And all Kirk Cousins is a coach.
Because the emphasis of the game of football today is on the quarterback.
Yep.
And they're basically paying Kirk Cousins like he's a high-paid coach.
Yeah.
Because that's what he's going to do. We need you to coach him the way – a coach will tell us certain things that makes no sense. Like, say I ran a bad route.
Yeah.
The coach would pause it. Why'd you do this? If I could pause in the game, I'd tell you.
Uh-huh.
Kirk Cousins is not going to explain things to him in that nature where a coach would ask that question.
Yeah.
And so there's just certain things that a player will explain to you better than a coach can because he's been through that. And so money well spent.
Here's the other thing that not enough people are taking into consideration. Kirk Cousins is at a place in his life where he's fine mentoring. This is not old Ben Roethlisberger. Remember, old Ben Roethlisberger, really Ben Roethlisberger. Let me not speak on Aaron Rodgers. Old Ben Roethlisberger was like, bruh, I'm not here to teach the young kids talking about Landry Jones how to play the game. They need to learn it themselves. Kirk Cousins realizes he is there to make Fernando Mendoza better. He's not the long-term situation at quarterback, and he's played long enough to know the number 1 overall pick is his team for the future, but I'm here to help this young bull get better. I think it's brilliant. And here's the other reason I think it's brilliant, T, is if you're Mendoza, bro, think about how much pressure that just took off you. Mendoza's going to get drafted April 23rd, Thursday night, with the first pick at roughly 5:15 Pacific Standard Time. About a week later, he's going to have to report to OTAs or some sort of voluntary activities. And when they say one's up, he no longer has to be up. And that is a sigh of relief. Because now Mendoza does not have to run up there and look at seasoned veterans or look across the field from seasoned veterans, look across the field from, I think Von Miller's on the defense now and all these other players. Now one's up, Kirk gonna go out there. And Mendoza will be out there with players that he's equally to or more talented than. As opposed to running out there and Brock Bowers looking at him like, hey, G, I'm an all-pro type talent. Don't ruin that. So I think that's the other reason, T, that like Mendoza can now breathe a full sigh of relief.
For me, it really, we would think everything you said should be no problem for him. Mm-hmm. He should be able to get in the huddle with Brock Bowers because you are the quarterback. But the fact that you don't have to, you're not being rushed out there. There's no reason to, quote unquote, accelerate his growth in the National Football League. Kirk Cousins been through this already last year, in essence, with Penix. Went into the season knowing he was going to be the backup, probably didn't like it. True professional. And when you're a true professional, word gets out.
Yeah.
And, okay, we're willing to give you, I think they're paying him $11 million, mm-hmm. and the Falcons are paying the other 10 or something like that, are paying 12, and the Falcons are paying whatever it is. But for the Raiders, it's a great deal. He's a high-paid coach, and if Fernando Mendoza goes on to have a great career, we'll look back on his first year and talk about, and he'll talk about how much Kirk Cousins helped him at the start of his career.
Let me ask you this. Were you there when Carson Palmer got drafted?
I was.
He's number one pick overall, correct?
Kitna started.
Kitna started?
Yes.
Break that down.
It was like a foregone conclusion. We had John Kitna on the team. Achilles Smith was also on the team. And then they drafted Carson. And Kitna pretty much started. Carson got in here and there, if I'm not mistaken. And then that second year, everybody knew.
Who was better Palmer's rookie year?
Probably Carson.
Really?
Yeah, probably Carson. Now, mentally, Kid was better, but the way Carson threw the ball, and Carson was athletic, but people, because he was a pocket passer, didn't give him credit for that. But mentally, yes, Kitna had an edge on him, but the physical talent, the way Carson threw the ball, the way he commanded the huddle, he could play. But I felt like Kitna had, quote unquote, been around the block.
Yeah.
You wasn't going to fool him. Now,
this is my thing about this situation, right? So one, I do think having Kirk Cousins there is absolutely genius. I do think, even though Fernando Mendoza does have the 36 college starts, he's probably the least, I don't want to say least experienced, but the least, he's probably as little as of good as you feel about a first overall quarterback in years, right? So what I was just doing this entire time you guys were talking was looking up to see, like, how many starts did he have? And then also, what was he doing on those offenses, right? The rest, he's really played in a run-heavy offense most of his college career. Up until this past season where he had 41 touchdowns, was amazing. He kind of showed out. Him getting drafted first overall. Yeah, no, it was still a run-heavy offense. Him getting drafted first overall, he has the least amount of yards per game for any number one overall quarterback since Cam Newton. And Cam Newton, you know what Cam Newton can do. He's also running the football like that. So I think it is it's really solid for the Raiders to be able to get a Kirk Cousins here to be able to help him out. I think Kirk Cousins starts early, to be completely honest with you. Or it's a situation where you can truthfully have a real quarterback competition. How many times in the NFL do you feel like there's really a quarterback competition for the starting job? Very rarely, in my opinion, at least from a fan's perspective. Yeah, none.
Very rarely.
Rare. I think it's a conversation where, I'm expecting Kirk Cousins to start, and Fernando Mendoza exceeds my expectations, and he shows that, he's really ready to take the reins of this Clint Kubiak offense. Then sure, we can make it happen. But Clint Kubiak is a dude that did it with Derek Carr. He did it with Sam Darnold. Now, Kirk Cousins kind of fits that mold. He needs someone with some experience out there early on, especially to make his mark as a new coach over there. They retool the offensive line, give it to Kirk Cousins, watch what he can do, and Mendoza's ready to take the keys after that. I like that.
Do you think that Mendoza, given how much of a vet that he is, and not just a vet by starts, a vet by personality, like Mendoza has a LinkedIn page. You know what I mean? Like, Kieran, you got a LinkedIn?
I've never used it.
Right? Like, Mendoza has an updated LinkedIn page.
Wow.
That's a man.
You got a LinkedIn?
I do, but
you seem like a LinkedIn guy.
Like, given how veteran he is, T, last question before we hit these super chats. We see y'all in the super chats. If y'all want to talk back to us, make sure you hit the super chats right now. Given how mature he is there any regret to, he's an exception, start him right away, he's grown?
No. Because first-year head coach, first-year quarterback, we want to make sure this works.
Yeah.
And I believe this gives them the best opportunity to make it work. If this doesn't work, it will be because Fernando Mendoza isn't as good as people think he is.
Okay.
Because they're giving him the best opportunity. We know what Kubiak can do. He just took an offense and Sam Darnold to a Super Bowl that before the season, nobody would have predicted that.
Facts.
And so this will be on Mendoza to learn this first year and be ready to rock and roll by Thanksgiving in the rest of his career.
Let's get to these super chat social track.
Come on now, you know we got some super chats. We're gonna pop it off with our guy Victor Mo Jr. Jumped in the chat, said for Acho and TJ, because y'all have dealt with NFL contracts before, what kind of pistol do you think Kirk Cousins used to rob all of these teams of this money?
Wow.
I know in reality it's essentially a one-year deal, but the incentives and roster bonuses are crazy.
I'm not gonna lie, he had to have a Desert Eagle, brother. He was threatening to blow a hole through
He had
somebody.
the Max Payne, the dual Desert Eagles.
Nah, that's crazy.
Man,
he had some of
Kirk-
the Deadpool shooting.
I
Eagles.
think that
Facts,
Kirk
yeah.
Cousins is just he's the perfect NFL quarterback.
Damn.
He's the perfect quarterback. He can play in a multitude of systems. He's relatively healthy. He's incredibly cerebral. And so if you're Kirk Cousins and you're a great dude, you're not a locker room distraction in any capacity.
Right,
so
right.
he'll always find a spot. He's 20% better than like the career backup.
Yeah.
Instead, he's just a career fringe starter. You know what I mean? Like he's 20% better than the Colt McCoy, I would say. You're 30% better. Like a dude who can hang
He's a lot
around.
better than Kurt McCoy.
But I'm
Kurt
saying
McCoy.
like a dude who can hang around the league for 14 years.
Yeah.
But instead of hanging around the league he has one playoff appearance. Not even one playoff win. One playoff appearance.
You know what?
So
man?
like he's a perfect NFL quarterback.
Right place, right time, right moment.
Yeah.
He gets drafted to the then Redskins that are now the Commanders. RG3 gets hurt. He comes in, plays well. Franchise.
You
All right,
like that.
And it's just his agent. You got to give his agent credit, man.
Yeah.
He bet on himself with those franchises. He bet.
worked.
And Kurt was never one. Take less. Who?
Yeah.
Not me.
Yeah.
And so you got to give his agent a ton of credit.
And then if y'all remember, and we can move, Kirk Cousins, I believe, was the first quarterback to start nickel and diming him. Darrelle Revis was the first player to say 1 year fully guaranteed deals. But Kirk Cousins was the first quarterback
Didn't he
to say,
did he go franchise two or
he
three
got
times?
franchise by Washington. Then he went to Minnesota on like a 2 year 66 fully guaranteed. Or like a 2 year 88 fully guaranteed.
Yes.
He was like the first quarterback to say, you know what? Just give me short-term, fully guaranteed deals. I'll hit the market again, and then I can keep being at the top of the market. It was brilliant.
Yeah, no, that is definitely fire. Listen, Ain't No Pressure Podcast 7024 jumped in the chat, said, TJ, what separates the number one wide receiver on the team the most from the number 3 wide receiver? Is it his skill set, mindset, etc.? Acho, what separates the starting linebacker the most from the second string?
So I'll say this is what I tell the guys that I train all the time. Starters in the National Football League at receiver, they beat press coverage, they separate at the top. They're doing both of those on a consistent basis. The backups can only do one. That's the difference. The backups are going to do one. Starters, consistent starters, they beat press coverage consistently, and they can separate at the top of the route. And now the mental part of it, those guys, they hear.
Yeah.
Those are the upper echelon guys that can do that and have the mental capacity to understand. But I tell these guys this all the time. If you can do one, you can be a backup in the league. If you can do both, you're a starter.
Yeah.
I love that. In the NFL, linebacker is real simple. Athletic and intelligence. If I had Michael Kendrick's intelligence, or Michael Kendrick's athleticism, gazillion team all-pro.
Yeah.
D'Amico Ryans was athletic, especially when he was younger, and he was brilliant. Hence why he could play as long as he wanted to play, and now he's a coach. So for linebacker, Fred Warner, athletic, intelligent. Luke Kuechly ran a 4.58 and was brilliant. Yeah. So for linebackers, you got a lot of dumb linebackers that are really athletic. You got a lot of smart linebackers that aren't that athletic.
Yeah.
And so now if you got both, sky's the limit.
Yeah.
Sky's the limit.
Listen, DJ Jackson also jumped in the super chat and said, Jalen Hurts still wins games, but he isn't like Stafford who can ball out. Teams win. They had team wins when they had a quarterback that they could trust not to lose a game and not waste $60 million for 2 playoff wins in 10 years. Right, Drake Bear?
I mean, I'm not a Dak like Glazer. I don't.
You are. You were calling for him to have MVP of like week 4 or 5 last year.
Because he was having an amazing season.
MVP is crazy in week 4.
Bro, he's had MVP caliber
You're
seasons.
Dak
though.
Glazer, and that's okay.
I'm not. He's
Just
had
lean into
MVP
it.
caliber seasons.
Drake, Dak, Luka, your top 3 Glazers. LeBron, actually.
No.
Who do you put ahead of them for who you glaze
For what?
the most?
For who I glaze the most?
Yeah.
I
That
don't
would be
glaze
glazing
Dak
to
like
answer
that.
that question.
How would I
He's gonna
glaze
do
Dak
it.
when I consistently call him ass in the playoffs?
Who do you knock out of Drake, Luka, and
Drake, Luka, and LeBron?
and Dak?
I mean, Dak.
For LeBron, which one of those 3?
Dak is not even in
Okay,
that conversation.
all right, cool.
I'm
That's
not
fair.
a Dak fan like that.
All
Like,
right.
I'm not.
The chat not beg to differ. Last one I
super
got.
chat.
That's crazy. The chat is wrong. I've never been on Dak like that.
Last one I got is from Doe Cheese. Said, why do people hate on Hurts and all the quarterbacks that everybody say are good can't beat Hurts? I don't understand. And Pat never outplayed Hurts when they played.
First off, that's a lie.
I knew I was about to go ahead.
But I hate the lack of nuance. I almost responded to a tweet. I didn't. Since it's Speakeasy, I'll respond to you. Jalen Hurts elite players in the Super Bowl. Dallas Goedert, Devontae Smith, A.J. Brown, Saquon Barkley. Patrick Mahomes elite players in the Super Bowls they played. Travis Kelce.
He was throwing touchdowns to Sky Moore and Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
Kadarius Toney was on there.
Kadarius Toney.
Isaiah Pacheco was there.
Mecole Hardman.
Juju Smith-Schuster was there. Travis Kelce. Like top 10 player at position. Dallas Goedert, A.J. Brown. Top 15 even. Devontae Smith. Some might argue top 10. Devontae
Saquon
Smith.
Barkley,
Saquon
yeah.
Barkley. Patrick Mahomes. Travis Kelce.
Their argument's going to be the first time.
Devontae Smith is a top 10.
Top 10, yeah.
You just go offense.
Yeah.
So
And then even in the first game, though, too, I hate that, like yes, Jalen played an amazing game. You also had a fumble that resulted in Nick Bolton picking it up and going to the end zone. That was the difference in the game.
It makes me want to literally pull my hair out of my head.
Like Patrick
when
Mahomes
people
won
are
Super
like-
Bowl MVP in that game, and they act like he just got.
But
When people are like
crazy
Jalen
outplayed,
Hurts
right?
outplayed Pat.
Right, yeah.
It's that WWJD, man.
If you're being honest, Jalen Hurts did play
facts.
well. If you're being honest, the reason to answer his question is people do the what if.
Yep.
Switch roles. What would he do with that offensive line, that team? So that's why.
Tyreek Hill for the first ring too.
No, not. I'm saying Eagles. Chiefs.
Oh no, Eagle in those two
Just
games.
the Eagles Chiefs. I'm just talking about
Hill
who
on those teams.
Nah, hell no.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. So let's
Squash that.
go ahead, Kieran.
Yeah.
That's all I got in the super chat.
Speaking of glazing Luka, his MVP chances are now dead in the water.
course.
The Lakers are getting absolutely smoked right now by OKC. Scores 127-82. It's not even remotely close. The Lakers' largest halftime deficits since LeBron James got on the team. This season in November against OKC, 32 points. And then tonight at OKC, 31 points. Also, Luka went down with an injury, had a hamstring injury, has not returned to the game. He was holding his hamstring most of the night. As you see, this kind of happened right here. They're already down like 32. The game has already been over. But, fellas, what does this mean? What does this blowout loss mean for the Los Angeles Lakers and their playoff chances?
Dirk Nowitzki said at halftime of this game, there are losses in the NBA and there are loud losses. And this was a loud loss. Let me take it further than what Dirk said and interpret it. This was a loud loss because it was heard around the world. It was heard around the league. What you saw in this game is that the Lakers are not yet ready to compete for a championship. Acho, it's just one game. Here's the problem. I was watching this game and I was thinking to myself, if this happens in the playoffs, you just gave a game away. You literally just gave a game away. This game was over 7 minutes into the first quarter.
Yeah.
Over. Blouses. Lou Dort had 14 points. His plus minus was 4.5 going into the game. He had 14 points in like the first quarter. This game was over before it started. The Lakers do not have that same ability to end a game before it ever begins, especially against the Thunder. The Oklahoma City Thunder are like waves that just keep crashing over you, and you try to come up for oxygen, and here they come again crashing over you. Bruh. They just start throwing dudes at you. McCain, they throw him at you. Dort, all of a sudden, he starts going splash. J-Dub, they threw him at you. Not to mention, SGA had the most quiet 26 points through the first 2 quarters and 4 minutes of a game you'll ever see in your life. Hartenstein, all of a sudden, he becomes Shaquille O'Neal whenever he plays the Los Angeles Lakers. Like, it told me that the gap between the Lakers and the Thunder is as far as the East is from the West. It is seismic.
What does a blowout mean? That Oklahoma City and the San Antonio Spurs, they're just better than everybody else. But, I mean, they had 90 points with like 8 minutes left in the third quarter. This is why the NBA is unwatchable to me in the regular season. Now, and I used to watch every single game. Nobody wants to just see defense where it's like paper cutouts. That's what it seems like it is. But Oklahoma City, they're just a really good team. They're deep. They have so many guys. They bring a guy in off the bench. He's probably a starter on the Lakers team or a lot of other teams. But this just tells me it's going to be Oklahoma City and the Spurs unless the Denver Nuggets can get hot shooting the ball or Anthony Edwards can take over some. Other than that, it's one of those two teams are going to represent the Western Conference. I thought going into the season it could be the Houston Rockets, but the way they've played as of late, that's not going to happen. Oklahoma City is just better than everybody else, and that's just what this means.
The kicker for me, though, T, it's one thing to be better than everybody else, and it's another to bludgeon a team so badly that they quit. Respect.
They put them in their they let them know, like, if y'all see us in the playoffs,
don't even think about
this what's going to happen.
Don't even think about
this
it.
This was a message, because it was a lot.
Yeah.
If the Lakers win this game, are they real championship contenders?
Yeah.
If the Lakers win this game and Luka plays well, can he leapfrog him for the MVP? All they did was step on our head and say, stay down there.
Yeah. Here's what I say, like, bro, imposters. This proved the Lakers were imposters. And not to mention, the Thunder made the Lakers tap. These injuries aren't coincidental. Austin Reeves clutching his back like an 80-year-old grandma through the first quarter. Luka Doncic just throwing the ball away with a hamstring. What we call that in football, loser's limp. That's what we call that. They made the Lakers tap. Now, I am not going to, and I'm not trying to marginalize or minimize the Lakers' injuries. I'm just going to say Luka wasn't grabbing a hamstring when he was dropping 63. Austin Reeves wasn't clutching at his back when he had 9 dimes last game. So the Thunder not only bludgeoned the Lakers on the scoreboard, they took their will. The only Lakers player that was still truly playing with heart, LeBron James. Because outside of that, and Austin Reeves tried to gut it out. Shout out to Austin Reeves for what he was capable of doing. But at the point in which Bronny was in the game in the second quarter, you know it's a wrap. You know it's a wrap.
Luka was 3 for 10. Like, Isaiah Joe has no rebounds.
Yeah.
No assists.
Yeah.
But he has 20 points.
Sheesh.
6 for 8 for 3.
Sheesh.
And so, Lou Dort, I think he went 4 for 6 from 3. They were shooting the ball well, and the Lakers we don't have the firepower to keep up with that. We don't.
No.
And so we're not athletic enough. We're not enough defensive-minded players on the team. If Luka, LeBron, Austin Reeves, 2 of those 3 aren't on fire, every game will look like this.
But here's the thing, G. Like, how are you on fire if, like, your opponent is just ice cold? And what I mean by that is, I don't want to pivot this conversation, but this is why Luka can't be the MVP if Shea is in competition. Because SGA, not doing that. And the reason I say he's not doing that is because SGA can't be taken out of his game by a common opponent. Luka, the reason I didn't touch Luka on the plus or minuses or whatever this game, bruh, he does this versus Lou Dort and the Thunder. He does this.
Because the Thunder have more than just Lou Dort.
Yes, they can
guard
swarm.
him.
They can swarm.
And so Isaiah Joe can guard him. Lou Dort can guard him. Jalen Williams can guard him. Cason Wallace can guard. They have 4 or 5 guys that they can put on Luka.
Yep.
And it's a different look, different strength, different quickness, and he has to adjust to each and every one of them. By the time you adjust to one, it's another guy on you.
Correct.
And so you play the Thunder. Who for the Lakers can do that? Marcus Smart. Oh, he didn't even play. That's just one guy.
Yeah. Now, I will say this. I do believe Marcus Smart would have made a difference in...
Not 35 points.
Nah, he would have made that big of a difference.
He would have made a difference in the longevity of the blowout. Like, I think Marcus Smart is another player with... Bro, y'all watched the game, obviously. Jake LaRavia started on SGA. Jake LaRavia, the starting 4 for the Lakers, started on Shea Gilgeous, reigning MVP Alexander. What the hell you think was going to happen? You started with Jake LaRavia
in the first half. That's what's going to happen.
Bro, I was thinking about this. That's why I took SGA to get his points. I was like, without Marcus Smart, these matchups are gross. They're gross. Who do you put on Chet? You know what I mean?
No,
like, these matchups, but Ayton got to play Hartenstein.
Yeah.
So who you put on Chet?
Well, that's
these matchups are gross.
Guys, color me shocked.
One rebound, bro. You 7 foot and you got 1 rebound. 7 foot.
Yeah.
You got 1 rebound.
Yeah. Color me shocked that the Oklahoma City Thunder are a better team than the Los Angeles Lakers. This game really didn't show me much, to be completely honest with you. I really didn't have much to take away from it. The Thunder have always been the best team at defending Luka Doncic. Lou Dort, that entire group of guards that they can throw at him, Cason Wallace, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Lou Dort. They have length. They have the ability to also hit shots. They hit 46% of the threes tonight. The game was over through, honestly, you said 7 minutes. It was over through about 3 or 4 minutes. As soon as Austin Reeves went down the floor and then had 2 bad pass turnovers and it ended up being a 10-point deficit, the game was over. Like, there's only so much you can do. Now, look, OKC is showing them that they're not a true championship contender. Not shocked by that. OKC is the best team in the National Basketball Association. They have been for the past 2 years. Honestly, maybe even should have been 3 years before they lost to they had to take their lumps by losing to Luka and the Mavericks that year. I still think come playoff time, this Lakers team can beat any team in the West not named the Spurs or the Thunder.
Of course.
Yeah.
But that's the 3 seed.
I would say that's a successful season for the Lakers.
Hell no.
How is that not a success?
Going into the season, they weren't.
The Lakers weren't even expected to be. The Lakers were
were
expected to be a play-in team going into the season.
Here's why.
Them being
bro.
the 3 seed and possibly
here's
better than
why.
everyone else.
And Kieran, this is now a conversation of elevation. Luka Doncic and LeBron James only have so many more years together. Once you get rid of LeBron James, you're now completely retooling the team.
You have to, though.
But the thing
that's
is,
the reason why they're trying to.
But once you get rid of LeBron James, your championship viewpoint completely changes. I'm not saying window because I don't know how you're going to restructure the roster. But once you get rid of LeBron, your championship viewpoint is like, okay, what are we going to do without one of the greatest floor generals the game of basketball has ever seen? What are we going to do without somebody? LeBron was the only player in this game who knew how to take control. LeBron was like, you know what? I'm just going to go to the free throw line. I think he shot 6 free throws before he ever actually put before he ever made a field goal. So what are you going to do when you don't have that? So, Kieran, it's not color me shocked that the Lakers lost. I'm shocked they're getting beat by 50 with 3 minutes left. I'm shocked that they're getting beat down like this. Shocked the Lakers lost? Absolutely not. But, Kieran, I'm shocked it was a 30-point game at halftime.
I'm not. They got smacked like this before. Like we saw this happen already.
But Kim, they're
playing way hotter.
They won 11 out of 12 games,
and they just won.
And they've changed
they won like
roster.
9 games on a crazy road streak.
Luka's been the hottest player in basketball.
They played a back-to-back
Reeves
before this. To me, it's not shocking that they got smoked tonight. Like the Thunder are a better team. If they played the Spurs and got smoked, it would
not a 50-point better team though, bro. Lose by 12. Go into the fourth, down by 8, and lose by 12.
I think if they play I don't know. If they play in Los Angeles, there might be a different story. If they play in a 7-game series, they're going to be, They're just not a better team than the Thunder are. I don't think that says anything about them. And also, you have a 41-year-old LeBron James on the team.
How many games are left?
Like 5.
Yeah.
When does the NBA...
They play the Thunder again next
I think the 12th is the last.
When does the NBA plan on changing their rules? Because we know they're going to change the rules. Now you can hand check, you can knock dudes on the ground.
We saw that tonight.
Tonight got more aggressive because SGA ain't go to the stripe that much, if I'm not mistaken.
So, they changed the rules.
SGA had 3 free throws
tonight, and they still going to put up almost 150 on us?
Because they was going to splash, bro, from 3. They was going to splash.
Because playoffs, we not seeing any 137, 140-point games. We're not.
Unless they go to double.
Well, the crazy thing is, tonight's game felt like a playoff game for the Thunder. They played it like a playoff game. SGA, he only shot 3 free throws. The rest swallowed their whistle. Truly. I was like, Lou Dort went to the ground, bang. LeBron mushed J-Dub. I don't know if y'all remember that early on in the second quarter. LeBron mushed J-Dub. Nobody called nothing. LeBron goes to the cup, gets smacked in the head. Nobody calls nothing. This was a blowout because the Thunder couldn't miss early. Lakers' rotational defense was atrocious. DeAndre Ayton could not catch a cold. This game was over before it started because the Lakers were incompetent.
Yeah. I mean, I guess we'll see, though. The Lakers are always a free agency destination. It's very easy for them to retool and rebuild.
Clear skies and palm trees out here, baby.
I think a lot of people are going to be trying to play with Luka, especially over the next two free agency cycles. LeBron's leaving soon. I think it's fair to say you can't go out there and win a championship with a 41-year-old man and Luka Doncic as it is. I do think they can make maybe a run to the Western Conference semis. But after that, they're not.
But that's not a run. That's a walk.
Oh, yeah, that's making it through one round. Yeah,
that's a walk.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. I think they match up better against the Spurs than they do against the Thunder.
Here's the hard part for me, bro. It's a true story. In Dallas, y'all know I went to private school, but before I played football, I threw discus. 5th best in the state that year, whatever the case may be, based off my distance. Here's a true story. I go to a meet, and I I finished second. Y'all would think, oh, second, it's a good place. I finished second by quick math by 35 feet because the person who beat me set the Texas State record on his winning throw. So in theory, I finished second. Whoa. But the delta between me, second, and first was leaps and bounds. I say that to say the delta right now between the Lakers and first is leaps and bounds.
Yeah.
So now I can't even feel good about where the Lakers are because, sure, the Lakers are the third best team in the West, but the gap between 3 and 1 is miles. So, like, what can we even celebrate for, Kieran? Like, what can a Lakers fan even be geeked about? Like, Luka's not going to win MVP.
The fact they're actually a playoff team, the fact that they get to see their team play a little bit longer, like, is it all just you have to go out there and win the championship that year?
If you have LeBron and Luka, and you know this because you're a Mavericks fan.
A 41-year-old LeBron? What are we really expecting?
And Luka. That's why I said that. You're a Mavericks fan.
But
you know
even
Luka
then,
drug a team with Gafford, Washington, Lively.
And that team, and I'm telling you,
athletic.
And I'm telling you, that team around him,
Luka were athletic.
That team around him is a better team than what the Lakers are right now. I'm sorry. Having Kyrie in the last couple of years is probably be able to go out there and give you 25 to 30 on any given night. Having PJ Washington, having Dak Gafford, having Lively, you have two good bigs that are solid defensively in the interior. You had pieces all around. You had decent enough shooters on the outside as well. That team was actually a solid enough team, and they had the best record in the entire Western Conference for the entire second half of the season after they retooled after the trade deadline. So I don't know. I'm not surprised. The only team that can really take out the Thunder, in my honest opinion, it's the Spurs.
Yeah,
and that's what it's down to. It's the Spurs.
They hope the Spurs lose before they get to them.
This NBA season is down to 3 teams. It's the Spurs, it's the Thunder. Maybe the Celtics do enough to get to the finals and then play them, and that's the one team that I could see possibly.
Where is Denver at in relation? They're 4 or 5.
I think Denver's a 5 seed,
Yeah,
but they're within one game of like
the West
7. And
the West is a gauntlet right now.
Jokic could go crazy
to the play-in, or it can send you to
the second round,
the 4th seed. But that's what I was going to say. We can't sleep on Denver. It ain't just Spurs, Thunder, and who else did you name? What was the 3rd team? You said Spurs, Thunder.
Ooh,
and the Celtics on the East.
And the Celtics on the East.
Is that the Lakers 3? Is that?
That's not counting this loss. No, I don't believe that counts as loss.
So now they're half a game back.
Correct.
Yeah,
no, full game.
The Nuggets are going to be the Nuggets are going to be a full game back. Or actually, full game.
Yeah, it'll be a full game. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you can't sleep on the Nuggets either, bro, because Jokic is still Jokic.
Damn, and the Lakers
realistically, the Lakers don't want the T-Wolves in the first round.
They want Houston.
I don't think they care about taking
Houston.
They'll take the T-Wolves or Houston.
The problem is you've seen the T-Wolves, what the T-Wolves did to the Lakers, because T-Wolves are athletic.
It's not the same team.
They can run.
Yeah,
they're young.
It's not the same team.
Ant's still there, ain't he?
Yeah, Ant is still there.
Yeah, but it's still not the same team.
Yeah.
Still not
if Ant's still there and running like that.
I don't think Ant is scaring a healthy Luka. I just don't. A non-fat Luka is not really scared of Ant. We saw what happened with that.
To me, it's not. It's not about Luka as much as it's about Austin Reeves can't do nothing against the T-Wolves.
Sure.
Because McDaniels
is going to strap him up. Yep.
Then Luka was going to strap him up. Then randomly Nas Reed would be out there if the wing was strapped. So that's really what it is for me. It's like Austin Reeves goes from averaging 24 to averaging 14.
I would still favor the Lakers in that matchup, though. I just think it's the Lakers are a much better team this year than
they'll
they
have
were
home
last
court
year.
advantage. You got to consider that too, which makes a difference.
Yeah,
so I do like the.
I do get what you're saying though. Like Ant has been electric in the playoffs the past couple of years. I don't think he's going to win a championship in Minnesota.
And I think he would prefer the T-Wolves over the Rockets because now KD's got a whole year under his belt, like a full season.
To me, the reason I don't want, if you're a Lakers fan, you should not want an athletic team that can run. Because the Lakers' weakness is they're not deep and they get fatigued. Yeah. You saw, bruh.
What team isn't athletic and can't run though?
The Rockets.
The Rockets?
Yeah.
Rockets are athletic though.
Like, they can run.
They can run. They just don't run.
They can run.
Like you don't. Because Shane Gould ain't getting up and down the floor.
It's a problem.
KD not getting up and down the floor. Like our man can run.
They have nobody that's pushing the break effectively.
They don't push
at
the
pace. At the point when Kevin Durant is bringing the ball up the floor as your PG or the Thompson, like Reed Shepherd. You're just not going to play at a high pace.
Yeah, we're just going to also have to see what's up with this Luka injury though. Like if Luka actually is out for a while, if it's really a hamstring,
MRI tomorrow.
It's minor.
So
it's minor.
Luka not fast enough to pull a hamstring.
Oh, that's crazy.
Who we have with Super Chats, G?
We definitely do have a few Super Chats to get to. I am Cold Dog sent a $50 Super Chat and said I'm a day late and $50 short with this take, but I gotta chastise Carebear for his egregious take on Steph and Magic. Magic is the greatest true point guard of all time.
Get him.
The pressure he put on defenses was with his decision making, and speed is still unmatched.
Get him. See, that's a young man response.
Yeah, it is.
He didn't even want to dignify your truth.
Yeah.
That's why he just gave you one of these.
Yep.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. I mean, I watch basketball with my eyes, brother. Magic is amazing. Awesome. Great.
Yep.
Came into the league, won a championship that first
Rookie
year.
year,
Awesome.
yeah.
Amazing. Like, he just looked amazing in the 91 finals. HIV positive. Didn't matter. He was incredible.
I am Cold Dog sent another $50 super chat and said another thing. Magic and or Bird should always have a spot in the top 5 because they single-handedly saved the NBA from becoming non-existent. 42 15 MVP. That said, I think as punishment, Carebear needs to go stand in the corner for an episode.
No. Also, y'all find it funny, like, Magic came into the league 4 years before Michael Jordan, and, like, we talk about how it's just, like, so great and da-da-da-da-da when it was dead-ass a dying league in the 80s. Is that not crazy to y'all?
We talk about how great it was when Jordan was there.
Yeah, it's like also, like the start of
product.
Jordan's career was, like, closer to the beginning of basketball
But
than it is
they saved
today.
it, though. That's
No,
credit
they
to
did
Magic
save
and
it.
Bird.
They did save it, but I'm saying, like... to glorify something, to
you needed
glorify...
the East versus West.
For sure.
Celtics versus Lakers.
My problem is to glorify the product is something so far greater than what we have now. Whenever the sport was dead ass dying, is kind of crazy to me.
But
it's a little crazy.
But we seeing the same thing right now with the WNBA.
Sure,
It's literally a dying product, and now boom,
now
they're making millions of dollars.
That's a fair point.
Angel Reese is on her podcast talking about she's flying dudes out to come. You know what I mean? Like the WNBA can do that.
She
said she's not
her specifically. She said, but we can do that now.
Yeah,
she told Speedy we can do that now. So.
She could. A couple of them could.
Yeah.
But still, it'd be kind of fiscally.
But my point is,
maybe Spirit.
My point is to to counter your argument is that. When it pops, it pops. Like it's taking off. So the Magic and Bird did that, and then Jordan was able to reap the benefits of it.
What other super chats?
We got Mike Rodriguez saying, "Sub Speakeasy." Shout out to Acho and TJ. Fuck that ticket, whoosh. Talking about when you got pulled over.
Hey, I was thinking about that.
We disputing
today,
it?
sitting right on. Huh?
We disputing it? I'll show up to the courthouse.
TJ, no. See, that's the thing. This is TJ disputing.
This the problem.
This is him disputing.
I would have to go to the courthouse down here in LA early in the morning.
Too much money.
Yeah. I'm not doing that.
You make too much money for all that.
Dude that gave me that ticket, I hope he got like a son, a cousin, a daughter, a nephew. Bro, y'all need to smack his ass in the back of his head for that. That shit, Piff.
Listen, it ain't too many black men that work for the LAPD with a handlebar mustache. Can't be that hard
on
to
a
find.
motorcycle.
On a motorcycle. He also goes on to say, shout out my dogs, 2-5, let's effing go Birds, Trey and Carebear, take care, get money, God bless.
Hey, the Eagles love to speak easy.
Man. R. Stone said for TJ, choose your wide receiver money adventure. Garrett Wilson in the Jets QB path or George Pickens in his current path. And then there's the second part for Carebear, but we'll stop there.
I'm gonna take George Pickens just because of what he's done and what he will continue to do as long as he stays in Dallas. I have no idea what the Jets are gonna do.
Facts.
He said also for quote Golden Child Bear, I got one word response for Luka for MVP debate.
Wow.
Pipe down. That's what he said. N.I.G.Z. said, you guys think Rob Pelinka has done a good job or a good enough job at constructing the Lakers roster? Not enough capable defensive or two-way players and no depth. Rob Pelinka is a terrorist.
I can't go that far.
I disagree with that.
It's crazy.
I can't go that far.
When you look at what he's done for what he's able to work with, you got to give him some credit.
Correct.
They seem more like something that's patched together every year, though, rather than a team that's built. That's true.
It's because they don't have any. We don't have draft picks. When you don't have draft picks, you at the mercy of guys coming to your team as free agents, don't have the money to do it, and or trading.
We
don't have draft picks to trade.
When you didn't have draft picks, you traded them all away for Anthony Davis, and then they ended up doing their thing separately and whatnot. But I think that was the right move too. You got a championship out of it. It's just. It's tough now.
That's facts. DJ Jackson said, how far have the Lakers fallen that getting to the playoffs is a successful season? We used to be about winning rings, and this LeBron era for LA has been a waste. The Disney ring is all they have to show for it.
It's not a waste.
I'm not going to lie.
Discrediting that ring is probably one of
that's the Lakers thing.
It's such a
They would have preferred to have that ring because if they didn't, they wouldn't have gone into the bubble.
Yeah.
Everybody went into that bubble trying to get the ring, and then they want to discredit it. because they didn't get it.
Talk about it.
Honestly, as a fan of any other team, though, too, I would want a championship over the past 6 years rather than not having one. So
Yes.
It is what it
Keep
is.
it pushing, G.
Speaking of the Eagles fans being rampant in this chat, we got to talk about the Eagles. Tank Bixby responded to Colin Cowherd's post about the report about Jalen Hurts, saying, he's the best in the world. Stop all that hating, my boy. Fellas, do you guys think the hate that Jalen Hurts has endured has gone much too far as it is right now?
I'll say no, and I'm going to tell you why I say no. The quarterbacks, they get a ton of credit, and I say this all the time. When things aren't going well, they are going to get a lion's share of the blame, whether that's fair or it isn't fair. That's just how it is. The quarterback will get so much credit when things are great, and they get paid so much when things are great. When things are bad, and it's not even bad in Philadelphia, they're just not playing to the expectations that are set for them amongst us and others.
Yeah.
That the quarterback has to bear some of the blame.
Yeah.
The lion's share of the blame. And I believe that's more than fair. And I applaud the running back. What's his name?
Tank Bixby?
Tank Bixby. I'm about to say Tank Davis. I applaud Tank Bixby for standing up for his quarterback. What else is he supposed to do? I expect him to stand up for his quarterback. Because it's never one player's fault when you lose. And it's never one player's gain when you win.
Facts.
But this is what comes with the territory when you are a quarterback, especially a quarterback for one of the probably top 3 to 4 franchises in the National Football League, the Eagles. This is what comes with it.
I don't think the hate's gone too far. I think the problem is Eagles fans, not even Eagles fans, the world T is confused. Where do we put Jalen Hurts? Why are we confused as to where we put Jalen Hurts? Because we haven't seen a roster as talented as the Eagles roster in God knows how long. As a result, we don't know how much credit to give the quarterback. So the people that want to take credit away from the quarterback, fans of the quarterback, Jalen Hurts, you now want to riot. But when you start trying to give Jalen Hurts too much credit, like saying Jalen Hurts outperformed Patrick Mahomes in the 2 Super Bowls, now any NFL fan that's not a Jalen Hurts rabid advocate, they want to riot because you remove the context. The context being Lane Johnson is a Hall of Famer. Saquon Barkley is a Hall of Fame talent that is on the doorstep of becoming a Hall of Famer. A.J. Brown is a first-team All-Pro talent. Devontae Smith, he's a all-pro caliber talent, but he is a Pro Bowl bona fide talent. So the problem...
Jason Kelsey's a Hall of Famer.
Jason Kelsey,
Hall of Famer. Maybe Landon Dickerson.
All of these players are so talented, and so we're trying to figure out how much credit do you give Jalen Hurts. I don't think it's hate. I think that it is just trying to bring people whose minds are in the moon in regards to Jalen Hurts back down to earth.
And also, real quick, we love to do this. And this is what we do.
Yep.
It's always what would he do with that team? What would he do with that team? What would he do with that team? And there's a lot of people that aren't Philadelphia Eagle fans that say he would do equal or more. He would do equal or more. He would do equal or more. And that's why. That's why.
And here's the other problem, bro. Jalen Hurts' stats are so far from his tape. And that's the thing. That's what's most difficult to digest. You look at Jalen Hurts' rushing touchdowns, and you look at Cam Newton's rushing touchdowns statistically, and you say, wow,
crazy.
Jalen Hurts must be a better rusher than Cam Newton. Then you look at how Cam Newton got his rushing touchdowns, and you're like, come on, man, that's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair to Cam Newton to compare those two things. You look at Jalen Hurts' total touchdowns, and you look at Joe Burrow's total touchdowns, and you say, man, Jalen Hurts has a higher output than Joe Burrow. But then you turn on the tape and you say, it's not fair to compare those two as far as their output offensively. So the problem is Jalen Hurts' statistics and Jalen Hurts' tape, they do not run parallel to each other. They are more perpendicular, I would suggest, than any quarterback in football right now, and maybe any quarterback in the history of the National Football
Guarantee
League.
It's the history.
Yeah.
It has to be because we've never seen a quarterback, for the most part, year after year after year, rush for so many touchdowns. We've never seen it. Not when you have one of the better running backs, if not the best running back, right behind you.
Yeah.
And so...
And then, you're rushing for all these touchdowns, but I would say this, and I would argue it. Jalen Hurts, if he is the 5th best running quarterback in the National Football League, if he is, because Lamar Jackson, Justin Fields, Josh Allen, I may be forgetting one, then Jalen Hurts is the 4th best at best. And yet he has more rushing touchdowns than all these dudes. All these dudes. And so by stats, it appears as though Jalen Hurts is the best rusher. So the problem is not to me that Jalen Hurts is hated on. The problem is the ambiguity surrounding how much credit can you give Jalen Hurts when there's that much talent around.
I'll tell you what my problem is. When people don't subscribe to the notion that this dude is a top 5 quarterback, it's apparently a sin. Yes, Jalen Hurts has gone out. He has won a Super Bowl. He has played great in both Super Bowls that he was in. He was clutch whenever he needed to be. He did exactly what he was supposed to do. But if any other quarterback in the top 5 conversation had the best collection of skill position players in the entire NFL, they had the best, most awesome pass protecting offensive line we've ever seen, with the best offensive line coach we've ever seen, and a consistent top 5 defense. And they went out there after winning the Super Bowl, and then that next season, you tell everyone that they're top 5, you tell everyone that he's the greatest thing coming. This dude goes 2 games without completing a pass in the second half of a game. You'd have been like, hell no, this dude's not a top 5 quarterback. He plays against a team and a backup defense in the playoffs at home, and he can't put up more than 20 points.
That what you just said.
Hell no, he's not a top 5 quarterback. Whenever we criticize and say, yo, that's not what a top 5 quarterback does in my mind, it's hating. And to me, it's not hating. Jalen Hurts is incredible at protecting the football. He's incredible at making things happen whenever the team needs it most. I'll give him that. But my problem is it's time and time and time again where we see him have subpar performances, and in reality, the rest of the team doesn't get as much credit as he does.
Yeah.
The same way you said, the praise needs to be as loud on the other side. Whenever the Eagles are doing amazing, it's Jalen Hurts is so incredible, yada, yada, yada. Whenever they're doing bad, and Jalen Hurts maybe has a bad game, why can't he be criticized as much as the rest of the team?
Here's my other thing. What significant hate?
Yeah.
The team gave him $255 million. So the team doesn't hate him.
No.
The media voted him an all-pro.
Yep.
So the media collectively, at least those decision makers, I'm one of 50 all-pro voters. So at least those decision makers, they don't hate him so much that they're undermining his ability. The fans and the media voted Jalen Hurts for Super Bowl MVP. Fans are 20%, media's 80%. So what hate? At least what significant hate? A troll on Twitter?
Yeah.
An analyst here, an analyst there. I hate Jalen Hurts, but I say Jalen Hurts is a top 5 quarterback because I believe winning and losing is a quarterback stat. What significant hate? Are you talking about anonymous Twitter trolls? What legitimate hate? Are you talking about a beat writer that gets paid to write a story? What legitimate hate? Criticism is the cost of praise. I repeat, criticism is the cost of praise. In order to get praised, and Jalen Hurts gets a lot of it, he's going to get criticism. Eagles fans, stop paying attention to a player, an analyst, an opinionist who says Jalen Hurts isn't top 10. A lot of people think he's top 10. I'm one of them. A lot of people voted him for All-Pro. A lot of people voted him for Super Bowl MVP, and the Eagles gave him a lot of money. So whatever hate you're referencing is such a relevant hate to the grand scheme of Hurts, grand scheme of you, and the grand scheme of the Eagles.
What happens if Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Dak Prescott, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, if they went in the second half and didn't complete a pass?
Mm-hmm. They're getting torched. They're getting absolutely torched.
Exactly.
Watch Patrick Mahomes get torched this year.
If you just do that one time, it's like, whoa, what happened?
Yeah.
You did it twice in the same season.
Yeah.
And so that's why.
And your team underachieved.
That's why.
TJ, my problem is, though, too, if any of those quarterbacks do that, right? Any of those quarterbacks don't complete a pass in the second half of a game, what do you think the narrative is going to be around the country? Is it going to be, damn, he really struggled in the second half of that game? Or is it going to be, damn, the offensive coordinator just must be messed up? I'm sorry. I don't think Kevin Patullo is a great offensive coordinator at all. Don't get me wrong. But he's not the reason. We got to complete a pass in the second half of a game.
True.
And for whatever reason, the offensive line's fault. It's Kevin Patullo's fault. AJ Brown's not focused enough. All of these other excuses, it's okay to hold Jalen accountable. It's okay to. What do I say about my own quarterback, Dak Prescott, come playoff time? I said I would have Jalen Hurts over Dak Prescott because I know Jalen Hurts is going to show up and not turn the ball over.
You do?
That's me holding him accountable. I think he's amazing. I think he's very talented, but you gotta hold the dudes accountable. I don't understand why Eagles fans a lot of the times are allergic to doing so. It doesn't make sense.
I agree with you wholeheartedly. And the frustrating part, T, is like it just becomes so agitating and irritating when it's like Eagles fans. Jalen gets a lot of praise, but Jalen also has some shortcomings. That's fine.
Yeah.
Joe Burrow can't stay healthy. Lamar Jackson can't win in the playoffs. Josh Allen, he's yet to win the Super Bowl.
Can't win at the highest level.
These are all the greats. Justin Herbert, he sucks in the playoffs. It's fine to simultaneously say Herbert's a good quarterback. Many people think so. Lamar Jackson's an elite quarterback. Many people think so. Joe Burrow's probably better than Herbert and Lamar and everybody. But all of these quarterbacks have weaknesses. Yet the Eagles, they're the ones that are like, my quarterback must be perfect. Hurts is great. He's not perfect. Two things can be true.
I think he's awesome. I think he's an amazing playoff performer. I think he protects the football, which is exactly what you need your quarterback to do. In a world full of C.J. Stroud performances,
be Jalen Hurts.
Yes. If Jalen Hurts is the quarterback for the Texans, they probably win the Super Bowl this year.
They probably win the next 3 Super Bowls.
You love the Texas defense a lot.
How could you not?
I hear you.
You know what I mean?
I ain't gonna lie, man. That Texans, that
Texas defense.
I can't wait for football to start because if the Texans just don't lose a game, they get into the AFC Championship.
Correct.
Just don't lose it on offense.
Correct.
It is what it is. Also, I said this before, and I'll say it again. Last thing on Jalen Hurts. A top 5 quarterback in my mind is I'll take the quarterback and I'll build the rest of the team around and I'll send the rest of the guys away. That's what I think of a top 5 quarterback. Jalen Hurts, I'm taking the rest of the team and I'm sending Jalen Hurts away. Patrick Mahomes, the rest of the team can be rebuilt. I want Patrick Mahomes. Come on, like Lamar Jackson, the rest of the team can be I want Lamar Jackson. Jalen Hurts, I can't say that about. Josh Allen, you can send the rest of the team away. I want Josh Allen.
Yeah.
He's not in that conversation for me. That's just me.
That's fair.
But it is what it is. Moving forward, we got to talk about the Dallas Cowboys. Cowboys pass rush specialist Brandon Jordan was working with Ohio State linebacker Sonny Styles on some work here. I mean, you see just the uber athletic dude's like 6'5", 230 pounds, ran a 4.4. Acho can only dream of being this athletic.
Truly,
to be honest
bro.
with you. No, it's crazy. If you were, you could have been a problem for real. The remind you. Would Sonny Styles change the Cowboys franchise, and will they make a play to get him maybe at 12 or maybe trading up?
Sonny Styles would be the best off-ball linebacker in Dallas since Sean Lee. Sonny Styles has the ability to be the best off-ball linebacker you could suggest in Cowboys history based upon his athleticism. Sonny Styles is that good. He is that freak of an athlete. The kicker for me with Sonny Styles, I need to see how well can he play when he is the guy, because Sonny Styles is going to have to be the guy. Also, National Football League, dudes is coming up on you. Can you butt press, get somebody off you and go smack a running back? It's different. Like college, you can get around somebody, you can skate around somebody, you can dip and rip, you can give them a shoulder. The NFL, hat, hands, can you butt press, can you shed, can you get off a block, can you go make a tackle? That's the difference. Can Sonny Styles be a difference maker? Absolutely, because the Cowboys are weakest and unproven at linebacker. You can say they're weakest at the secondary, but at least Deron Blandy's gotten, 5 pick sixes in a season. But they're weakest and most unproven at linebacker. DeMarvion Overshown's given us what, Kieran, maybe 12 good games?
Yeah.
As a rookie, if I'm not mistaken, right? Like, he gave us 12 good games. Cowboys fans lost their mind over those 12 or 13 games. Tore his ACL, came back from the ACL injury last year, up and down, up and down. But they are weakest and most unproven, coupling those words together at linebackers. Sonny Styles can be a gigantic difference maker. And T and I were having this conversation before the show. He has positional versatility. He has the athleticism, the height, the length in his arms to play outside, but he also has the ability to play off ball inside. So to me, T, I do think Sonny Styles can be a difference maker.
Can he change the franchise? I'll say no. That's a lot. That's a huge expectation to put on a young man coming to the league. Me personally, I like him. The Cowboys are moving to the 3-4 defense. I like him as an outside backer rusher. Because if he's getting blocked by a tight end or a running back, he's running straight through him. He's running straight through him. And that's what you want in the 3-4. You want to get a mismatch. You want to get a big, strong dude on a smaller guy. And that's what the 3-4 defense is about. And so I think he'll be gone before the Cowboys draft at 12.
Yeah.
But training with Coach Jordan, Brandon Jordan, he's one of, if not the best pass rush specialist. I done seen him out on the field. Hell of a job with the guys that he trains. Oh man, you just watch him out. Like I just be turning around watching like, because I look at defensive ends, they just bigger receivers, and so I'm trying to see what I can steal from them.
Here's what I hate though, T. I pray they don't move him to outside backer. Because outside backer takes a unique skill set. Not by size, he's prototype. 6'4", long arms, fast. But I haven't seen him move his hips. I haven't seen him bend. I haven't seen him dip and rip. Is he fast? Yes. But speed without bend, it ain't gonna do nothing for me. I love what I think he's doing. T is trying to increase his versatility.
Could it be the bend part of it? You know, the video they showed. He can learn that. Now, is he gonna get down like Ruben?
But
Banks?
that was Reese.
No,
the video where that was
Arvell
Reese.
That was
Arvell Reese.
But when you look at how he played at Ohio State, they didn't need him to do that.
Correct.
Yeah.
They didn't. They had so many dogs on defense. They didn't need him to do that. Now, if he can't, when you have that type of athleticism, you probably can do that.
Here's my problem.
You just haven't been asked to do it.
But drafting somebody and asking them to either play multiple positions or asking them to switch their dominant position scares me.
And I don't want to compare him to this guy,
Micah Parsons.
He didn't do this in college.
But here's my thing. And I said this, and this is where Micah got mad at me. That's why Micah didn't like me for 3 years. He still might not. Micah's rookie year, I was like, Micah is not near the off-ball backer as he is a rusher. He saw me tweet that out. Everybody got up in arms. I'm like, watch him. I know we're off-ball backers. Only reason Micah was making plays was because he was fast. Micah wasn't dissecting things that quickly. Micah wasn't in the necessary passing lanes because Micah is a true see ball, get ball. He doesn't have off-ball backer instincts at an elite level. He is a Hall of Fame edge rusher. So if this gets clipped and Micah, you see it, you're a Hall of Fame edge rusher. But if you start moving Sonny Styles to the edge, that's where I'm like, he'd be a guy. Because unless you're a 15 sack outside backer, I don't want to take you in the top 10 or top 15 at outside backer.
If you give me 12, I'm okay with 12. I'm okay with 10.
Okay.
The Cowboys need some athleticism on the edge. Because those guys up the middle, Quentin Williams and Kenny Clark, they're going to get the majority of the attention. And so I believe with them going to the 3-4, that's probably where they're looking.
Yeah.
But with that athleticism, man, you should be able to do both equally very well.
Kieran, run some Sonny Styles tape just so y'all know. Sonny Styles is probably the most dynamic player in the draft. If there's only one name for y'all to remember watching the Speakeasy, you'll sound smarter than everybody at the water cooler. Sonny Styles is a name, number 0 for Ohio State, also number 6, I believe, the year before. That is the name that you want to know. Kieran, I know you have thoughts.
I mean, one, trading up, I don't think the Cowboys end up doing that. Just inside backer, I think the position value is kind of dropped as of recently. I don't know if I would line him up outside. I think I like him playing him in the middle of the field and seeing what that's like for the first couple of years. He's extremely fast. Yeah. He reads very quickly. I think he's an awesome inside backer prospect. The number 1 inside backer prospect in this draft. I think there's a lot of good guys, though, as well. I just think moving him around is the right thing to do. I understand what you're saying about Micah Parsons being a C-ball hit ball guy, but he's that level of athlete. I think you limit him whenever you're just playing him off ball. He's not a Roquan Smith where you're playing him off ball. He is an athlete and whatnot, but he's more just been honed at that position. He's a guy that you can move around. It's 6'5", arm length, the speed.
Here's the thing, Kieran. Here's where I will so much push back. If I'm moving somebody around in the NFL, then you're not that good at one thing. What great player? What? You don't think T.J. Watt could move around? T.J. Watt's an elite edge rusher. Von Miller could move around. Von Miller's an elite edge rusher. Micah Parsons could move around after 1 year.
Aaron Donald moved around.
Not legitimately.
Chris Jones moves around.
No. That's not legit. If you're talking about moving from being over a tackle to being over
position
an
to position,
I'm talking position specific.
3 techniques or 5.
Yeah, that's not moving around. I'm talking because I have to do it
because your reads are different.
Everything's different.
Yeah.
Outside linebacker, you are a nickel. And people don't realize that. An outside backer, you are a nickel backer because if TJ Houshmandzadeh is in the slot and it is cover 4 and they call Ohio pack trio, that means O in Ohio, the outside linebacker, the O in Ohio, the open side linebacker is going. So if you call Ohio pack trio and the open side linebacker is blitzing, that means the close side linebacker close to the tight end side, open to the wide receiver side. The close side linebacker, you're in coverage. All of a sudden, you have way different responsibilities. You got quarter flat on a dude running a wheel route.
The chance of putting the great Kyle Hamilton. Hamilton moves around. They run him in nickel. They run him at the safety.
But go ahead. You go
what
first,
you're about to say, this is the thing. When you know you had that situation, we want Sonny Styles rushing. He's always going to go to the close side.
Yep.
So now, wherever the tight end goes, we switch. Okay. That's what we do.
Let me speak to Kyle Hamilton. Kyle Hamilton moves around based on the incompetence of the Ravens. The Ravens defense sucked to start the season. They said, we need Kyle Hamilton closer to the ball. They moved him closer to the ball. The defense got good. Kyle Hamilton didn't move around by choice. Like, you never want to move somebody around. You want to put somebody at a position and let them ball. The Ravens had to go acquire Alohi Gilman. If y'all remember, they traded Odafe Owe to the Chargers, acquired Alohi Gilman. After the acquisition of Alohi Gilman, plus the first-round pick of Malachi Starks, maybe 31 overall, 32 overall, something like that. After the first-round pick of Malachi, plus now we have Alohi, now we can move Kyle to nickel, where Kyle can impact the game most. Earl Thomas could play nickel. Played nickel at Texas. Earl Thomas played nickel at Texas for the first 2 years, then played safety.
But is that his limitation?
When he got to the league, no, I'm saying when he got to the league, he's playing free safety because he's that good. A lot of players in the league can move around.
You started off by saying that you're not good enough at one thing to be moving around.
That's my point. It's like, if you are elite at something, you're not moving around. You're not Dante Hightower. He was an elite inside backer at Alabama. Played both. But if you are elite at something, I ain't moving you around because you're so good at one thing. Why the hell would I take you from this and play you at this? Like CeeDee Lamb. Cowboys tried that nonsense playing some running back. Sit your butt out there, wide receiver, and get 183 targets and go to work.
If he show he can rush the passer because they're so valuable,
then he playing outside backer.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's what happened with Micah, though. They had to move around to figure out what it was. And the thing is, if he's capable of doing that, I think you do move around his rookie season.
But I don't think so. Now you're saying something different. Because if you don't know where to play him, that's different, right?
Yeah,
if you're like I don't know where to play him.
I don't think you should take an inside backer top 10 in the NFL draft as it is right now. The position value is just not that high. He's going to be a guy that gets taken in the top 10, and I think he gets taken there because they think he might be able to rush the passer. Whenever you're 6'5", 245 pounds, running a 4.4, and you have great feet, you have good arm length, they're gonna think, okay, maybe we could try you there.
But
I think he's worth the try.
Is like you can't draft somebody that high off I want to think. Let me think.
Well, the thing is,
think he can.
Okay,
like you have to draft somebody that high, rushing the passer off I know.
The backup plan is he's already the best inside backer in the draft. He is. That's like that to me is why you try it.
He gonna be gone before the Cowboys.
No, the Cowboys we're not getting him, and I don't want to trade up for him either, though.
Really?
I'm not giving up anything to trade up for an inside backer that we can get at 20. I think CJ Allen's awesome. You can get him at 20. I think there's other Anthony Hill maybe if he's It just depends.
That's fair. That's fair. I like this conversation.
Anthony Hill. That boy looks so young.
I seen him this weekend.
Man.
You said what? What about him?
Baby face.
Yeah, no facts.
He looked like he about 16.
Yeah, he looks like a little kid for sure. It's crazy.
He walked up to me and I didn't recognize him at first because I only see him like with the pads on. I was like, oh snap! Like you the young bull. We exchange information and whatnot. Like he good money, but he looked like a kid.
Yeah, no.
And these super chats.
Yeah, we do. Super chats. We do have some super chats. Our guy Jonathan Watson, 1908, jumped into super chats for a little bit of March Madness love and said, KJ, Caleb Love, Mullins, Jalen Suggs, and Super Mario are the most iconic shots of March Madness in the last 25 years. If UConn wins another natty, I might raise it closer to second, maybe first, if they do what KJ and Villanova did. Art Stone said, what area of quarterbacking has Jalen Hurts improved upon since signing his deal? The team around has been superb, but at minimum, Jalen has been stagnant. Jalen has to add to his bag before it's too late.
He's gotten better for sure.
Yeah.
He's gotten better as a passer. But he'll take a step back, throwing with anticipation at times. And I think that's normal. When you start to throw interceptions or you're not really comfortable with what you're seeing, you kind of hold the ball a split second longer. But he's for sure gotten better.
Yep, that's fair. Listen, DJ Serrato said, first off, I'm sick of y'all saying every show Jalen is praised when we win. No, He's not.
Oh my God.
When he wins, it's well known. He does have the Avengers or a super team. Y'all be capping a lot about Jalen, bro. Carebear, where'd you?
I can't. He must don't like. I don't understand that. There's no way he believes what he just said.
Do y'all not like hear yourselves, bro? When he goes off, when he had the game this year where he had the 3 touchdowns, whenever they first, I said this is the Jalen that we've seen in the Super Bowl. When we talked about Kevin Patullo or then possibly getting a new offensive coordinator, I've seen him play at a very high level. When I say that he's an elite playoff performer, we say this over and over and over again. Yes, the criticism is there because he didn't play that well this year. Yeah. And obviously the stats look nice, the tush pushes look nice. The fact he didn't throw picks, he still had 2 games where he didn't complete a pass in a season, and then they lost to a backup defense for the 49ers. That's the truth of the matter. That's a fact of the matter. Yeah. The fact that, yes, he has good games. And what are we doing here? Shady goes crazy. Shady was like, bro, you know what? Nobody can touch us. We win. We show up late and we finish games. Whenever they beat the Bucks or whoever it was early on in the season, whenever they beat the Rams, had the blocked field goals and whatnot. Guys, stop it, man. Yeah. Stop it. Y'all sound pitiful, bro.
Yeah.
I'm tired of it.
Damn.
That's
goodness gracious. How much more credit can we give him? Jalen's the greatest quarterback I've ever seen in my own. That's what y'all want to hear from us. Yeah. It's ridiculous.
That's that Eagles fan base. Listen, man, Ain't No
bro.
Pressure podcast jumped into Super Chats again and said, do you guys think Jeremiah Smith will be a franchise-changing wide receiver next year? And do you see anyone in this year's draft with that ability? I'm assuming he means that wide receiver.
Man, Jeremiah Smith might come into
no.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Yes and no.
Yes,
Jeremiah Smith
no to nobody this year.
should be able to come out now. He's that talented.
Yeah.
And that dude's he big, he quick, he fast. Yeah,
let me ask you a question,
T. Go.
Jeremiah Smith, out of college. Stop with the hype.
Okay.
Sober up real quick watching this out of college.
I know where you're going with this. Okay.
Jeremiah Smith, Jamar Chase, Marvin Harrison coming out of college.
I'm taking Jeremiah Smith
over Chase.
Yeah, just because
Chase had a whole year and went into number 5.
But Chase
had a whole year.
Chase played with the first pick of the draft as his quarterback.
And Jay Jettis.
Played with Jeremiah Smith ain't playing with that. Jeremiah Smith is bigger, just as fast, quicker, bro. And Chase was amazing. Jeremiah Smith is special, bro. I done seen him in person. He's special,
bro. Chase was.
Jamar was crazy.
We're gonna take a good big man over a good little man, and Jamar not little compared to Jeremiah Smith. He is.
Yeah, really? I'm not gonna lie, Jay. Have you seen
JJ
in person,
bro?
Bro, JJ's all of 6'4" and a half.
220,
bro. JJ like since he was 16, bro.
And he running a
4.3. Yeah,
he probably gonna jump 40+ inches.
I said it, and people were mad at me about it.
Telling you,
Jeremiah Smith, he's gonna have a better college career than Julio Jones did, and as a freshman, he probably had one of the best freshman receiving seasons.
And then they got another one in Chris Henry. He right behind him.
Yeah,
they got another one. Right behind them.
They're going to take a mean-ass L week 2 to Texas.
Any more super chat?
Yeah, we do have a couple more. Listen, our guy, Project Baby Flame.
Bro, get this dude
back.
He's back. But he kept it PC today. He said, what's up, big dogs? Hey, Acho, what is the best defensive scheme in the NFL?
I just had 3-4-4-3.
I'm assuming, yeah.
Or he mean team.
To me, the best scheme, truly, if you have the players for it, is a 4-3 cover 3 scheme. Seattle Seahawks. If you have the players for it, that's the best scheme because it's the simplest scheme.
Okay.
And a defense that can think fast and play fast is better than a complex defense. So if you have the players for it, you need a fast free safety.
Yep.
You need a big, strong safety. You need a athletic weak side linebacker that if TJ Houshmandzadeh runs a deep over, that athletic inside linebacker, Bobby Wagner, can turn, see TJ, and carry TJ on that over if they want to create 4 verticals from a 3-by-1 set. And then you need some pass rushers that can hunt, preferably a D tackle. So if you have the players, a 4-3 scheme, to me, is better than a 3-4 scheme. 4-3 scheme, you know the 4 rushers. That's the downside of it. A 3-4 scheme, you don't know who the 4th rusher is going to be, which outside linebacker or potentially inside linebacker is going to rush. But if you got dogs up front, it doesn't matter. Houston Texans, it doesn't matter.
Yep.
What would you say?
Oh, for sure 4-3. 3-4 is designed to confuse offense. But once you designate who the 4th rusher is and the communication, that when you go against a 3-4 defense, as long as the offense communicates, you're fine.
Yeah.
Well, I thought Project Baby Flame was keeping it all PC tonight. He just sent another super chat and said, "Big Back Bear, we got them honey buns for you."
They love my dog. They love him, huh?
Carebear, let me ask you this because you've been,
Hold on.
Wait, I got a question for you.
Put your girlfriend's credit card away. Actually, don't put it away. Acho gonna get mad.
Yeah, he is. But I got a serious question because you've been vulnerable about in the Speakeasy. You've been vulnerable about your addiction to food. However,
wow.
You said it. You said it in Speakeasy. You really like to eat.
Yeah.
So on the off chance that you happen to be incarcerated and somebody left a honey bun on your bunk, would you be strong-willed enough to turn the other cheek and not
why are we using that word for the
turn the other cheek? You cold for that one.
What? That's the saying. Would you be able to walk away from the honey bun? Or is there just something that
Yes, I would be able to walk away from it.
Okay, because you know what happens if you pick the honey bun up and eat it, right?
Yeah.
I'm all right, cool.
I'm aware of the honey bun.
Okay, all right, cool. Listen, I got a couple more to get through. Sky Squad 4210 said, people forget Curry lost a 3-1 lead in the finals. Should never been done before. Somebody who went 72-9, and he was a unanimous MVP. Curry is a con artist. Yikes.
Right, yeah. Those 4 other years.
Curry con artist.
Yeah, that he had championships. I don't know.
Nah, ain't nothing about Curry and con artists in the same
That
sense.
part.
Yeah.
No.
Last one I got from our guy Central Cast said, man, I'm tired of all these Eagles fans. F them. The Sea Chickens and the Dallas Care Bears from your 2026 future Super Bowl champs, the Niners. Bay Area. That's all I got.
Hey, before we move
Speaking
on.
of con artists, I've got one sitting right next to me. Yeah, I'm co-opting your segue.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm doing it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because I'm sick of it. I'm sick of it. So speaking of con artists, I got the biggest one sitting right here next to me. Look at this bullshit.
Bro, it's never tailed me. He was confident enough on
I'm
this
not
one. He knew
gonna
this one was
lie,
going to
bruh.
hit, too.
Come on, bruh.
T,
We sick of it.
this the win of a lifetime. Hey, if y'all on the Speakeasy, y'all know it's
You hit him on the head?
It's
Man, come
called
on,
Speakeasy.
man. Look at this.
Want to quit $10,000 tonight?
Yeah.
I did. Courtesy of Isaiah Hartenstein, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, and Spidey. Now, if you're wondering, Acho, you be getting lucky. No, I don't. I do my research. Spidey, last game against the Lakers, had 6 points. He's never had back-to-back games without going crazy since February 2nd, and that was during the All-Star shenanigans. So I knew Spidey was going to go crazy. As you notice at the bottom, Spidey already clinched with about 3 minutes left in the game. Shea Gilgeous-Alexander and Isaiah Hartenstein, they didn't even play in the fourth quarter. But if you looked up Isaiah Hartenstein versus the Lakers, he always gets over 11.5 points plus rebounds. And then lastly, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander playing against Luka, you know he wanted to put his MVP stamp on the season. You knew he was going to go crazy, even in the midst of a blowout. That's why I knocked that down to more than 24.5 points. I was so confident. We put 5 stacks on it. Now, in the Speakeasy, you use code Speakeasy, you get $50 in lineups after your first $5 lineup. And all you got to do, just follow my username. Trey, why you looking at me like that?
Oh, this is a great ad read. Keep going.
Just follow my username. Literally,
That's
you can see the
That's all you
tickets
gotta do.
that I make. It's Trey's fault he didn't post it. But anyway, quick little $10,000 night. Quick little 10 stack. Free money.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's my fault I didn't post it. I knew about it 5 minutes before the
Code
show started.
Speakeasy. I be trying to get y'all
You
paid.
should use code Speakeasy.
I be trying to get y'all
Because
paid.
Acho won't put no extra money in my pocket, but the more y'all put the code Speakeasy in PrizePicks, I get a little, something lined in my pocket. So I take
Look,
it.
man.
Bro's still a con artist, though.
Look, if y'all hit
like
the
that.
subscribe button right now, we might do a giveaway on Monday. Y'all hit the subscribe button right now. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. If we see just 20 subscribers.
20?
If we see 20
20?
subscribers
Okay,
by the
that's
end of
the
the
threshold
show,
then.
we'll give away $1,000 on Monday.
No, shout out to
Feeling
Samuel
generous.
Acho.
Samuel Acho. Wow.
It's time we keep talking.
That's a good one. I like that.
Yeah, let's keep it pushing here. LeBron James was on one of my favorite YouTube programs, Bob Does Sports, while playing golf with some of the most fun guys on YouTube, and he had some very interesting comments on the city of Memphis. I'll let you guys listen.
Staying at the fucking Hyatt at 41 years old. You think I'm gonna do that shit? Being in Memphis on a fucking random ass Thursday. I'm not like the first guy to even talk about it in the NBA. Like we all like You guys have to move. Just go over to Nashville. You got Vanderbilt over there. You got the fucking NASCAR. You got a stadium. Don't they got a hockey team too?
Yeah, Predators.
Like they got everything.
Doesn't look like LeBron's going to be on the Grizzlies anytime soon, so Grizzly fans out there.
Yeah, they know. Their only chance was in 2003 if they would have won the lottery. Give me that.
Kendrick Perkins took some exception to this. LeBron saying staying at the effing Hyatt at 41 years old. Are you kidding me? Kendrick said, boys get to the league now. And the Hyatt ain't good enough. God bless America. Well, fellas, I was going to ask y'all this question, but Memphis sucks, man. I'm not going to lie to you. If y'all ever go to Memphis, it's terrible, bro.
I ain't never been to Memphis.
Awful. But
I'm a trench baby, though. I'm good wherever I go.
Yeah, nah. I mean, it's cool, bro. Cool people, decent
It's
food.
it's a lot of history though. A lot of black
Yeah,
history. in
I mean,
Memphis,
yeah.
so-
Martin Luther King got shot dead there. Yeah, that's awesome. I don't want to visit that.
No,
city
but
ever
also
again.
like the music scene.
No,
in
for sure.
Memphis
And Martin
is-
Luther King got shot dead there. Yes.
Yeah, but
and MLK got shot dead there as well.
hard to get
Yeah,
over.
so
That is hard to get over.
yeah, it's just not it. Also, staying at the Hyatt when you're a billionaire. Why would you do that?
Where you gonna stay at?
the Ritz.
Stay at the Ritz. Is there a Ritz in Memphis? I don't know.
It
Memphis
must
sucks.
not be. If it was
Probably
a Ritz,
not.
that's where they
Yeah.
stay.
Do you guys think LeBron was out of line for this Memphis hate?
Hell no.
Memphis sucks.
No, look, now, here's the thing.
You been to Memphis?
I've been to Memphis. We took road trips to Memphis every summer growing up because the pastor that brought my dad from Nigeria to America to come preached in Memphis. So we would take the 8-hour drive from Dallas to Memphis every summer growing up. The reason is LeBron keeping it a bean. How you going from Los Angeles to Memphis is like going from heaven to
Is that bad?
comparatively. I wasn't gonna say hell because that's disrespectful, but it's like going from heaven to earth.
Wow.
Like going from Los Angeles to Memphis is like going from heaven to earth, bro. What happened, kid?
I just Googled, I looked up Memphis on Twitter. KD, there's a video of KD talking about it with Zach Randolph.
Damn,
What'd
it's
he
that
say?
bad.
There's also a video of Draymond talking about how bad the hotels are. So apparently this has been an ongoing thing with the hotels in Memphis and them wanting to move the team to Nashville. But I'll let you guys continue.
Bruh, Memphis is probably like, because there are certain teams that NFL players and NBA players you don't want to go to. Certain teams. Packers. When you travel to the Packers, you don't stay in Green Bay. You stay in Appleton. And in Appleton, there's just one hotel that you stay in. There's just one.
Yeah.
It's one hotel in Appleton, Wisconsin. The beds is trash. The hotel is trash. Everything is trash.
Dude, you know what's crazy about Green Bay? When you get there, it looks like a boom town. Like nobody's there. You just drive. Bam, there go the stadium. You're in a community.
Yep.
House. Bow, there go the stadium.
Yep.
And then you get outside, it's like, damn, ain't nobody driving. Ain't nobody walking out. It was weird.
Yeah. Yeah. So, like, if you Bron, one, there truly isn't that much in Memphis. And two, what the hell I'm going to stay at a Hyatt for? Like, here's my thing, Perk. Don't be out of touch. You know the real Perk. Like, you've graduated from staying at Hyatts. I don't stay at Hyatts. Imagine if I'm LeBron James.
Oh, wow.
You're LeBron James, like...
Hey, Hyatt, I would gladly stay at your hotel.
Like,
and do a brand deal with you guys if you want. But like,
if you're LeBron James, I'm not going to Memphis. At least if you finna go to a team that sucks, go to a city that's lit. Miami.
Yeah.
Golden State. These teams don't suck, but the cities be lit. L.A.
Yeah.
I'm not Dallas. I'm not finna go to a team that sucks in a city that's not exciting.
Oh, hey, there's a Derek White talking about how bad the hotel in Memphis
my
is.
God.
We gotta hear some of this
Derek
sound. Hold on, play some of this sound. I'm just
Look,
curious.
I want to hear what they got to say. Look.
What's your least favorite city? Everybody's got to have one.
Yeah, Memphis probably. I mean, the hotel is probably the worst hotel in the
This is
NBA. The food there is good though.
What was a hotel? You told me about this off camera like a couple years ago.
That's in Philadelphia. You gotta take one elevator up, then you gotta walk across, take another elevator down. So the lobby's on the top. Then you take an elevator down to your room. That is a lot, especially when I'm getting to like a meal room or something. I gotta leave like 10 minutes before.
Yeah, I did not know Derek White spoke like that. That was kind of shocking.
But think, when players come to LA, I remember seeing the Phoenix Suns 2 years ago. They stay at the Waldorf.
Damn.
The Waldorf. That is the highest line of Hilton. The Waldorf. Rooms is like $2,400 a night.
Damn.
And you talking about going to Memphis and staying where? Come on.
2,400. What they come with?
I shouldn't even have to
Just
wipe
the
my
room.
own
Balcony?
ass in that hotel.
Yeah.
If I take a dump, somebody should be wiping my ass for me for $2,400 a
Yeah,
night.
I'm
That's
saying, bro.
insane.
It's called a bidet.
I got
They
them
got
installed.
those in the rooms.
I got 2 installed in my crib. It is
Man,
amazing.
that's crazy.
But
they really changed your life.
service also.
I've never sat on a toilet with a bidet.
both of my toilets in my crib got them. Amazing, bro.
Karen, you have
ridiculous.
people, you have inmates
that are lusting after your buns. And
Yo, y'all are doing too much.
You're
bro.
talking about exposing your buns at your house.
I'm talking about. Hold on.
Going up your.
You know what? Y'all dirty booty asses just don't like a clean bum, and that's y'all problem, bro. I can't just be sanitary in peace.
Hey,
Why I gotta be about that?
You have all the sanitization you want on your rear
You know what,
end.
man? If we was in a cell, everybody in here be holding my damn pocket.
Kieran, do you think
that was wild? Sorry, that was even worse.
That didn't make it no better.
That didn't help the allegations at all. No.
you think
Wow.
You think LeBron has any? Because you don't think LeBron will be in LA much longer. You think he has any business in Memphis?
Does he have any just going to Memphis?
Like, would it make any?
At this point, LeBron is 41
sense?
years old and an ambassador for the sport. He shouldn't have to go to half of the cities that they have to go to on these road trips. Memphis is terrible, bro. Like I can't. Wow. I'm sorry to go in Memphis this hard. My mom worked with Memphis like the police department was getting body cameras and whatnot installed for years and years and years. She's like, oh my gosh, you should come with me one time. I was like, yeah, sure. You talk so highly of this place. I went, dog. Genuinely terrible. Like, we drove past the hotel that MLK got shot at.
Yeah, and that was the highlight.
And
of the
it was
trip.
like, oh yeah, and this is the dirty ass river, and across that is where some rich people live, and where Justin Timberlake's from. And I was like, this might be the worst city I've ever stepped foot in my entire life.
Was LeBron out of pocket for the comments?
Absolutely not.
People are saying Memphis is a black city. LeBron, you a black man. Memphis has a lot of black history. Yep. LeBron, you're going to be out here putting on your code switching voice. That's the consensus reaction to this video. And then you just going to dump on Memphis.
I know a lot of cities that are predominantly black that suck to be in.
Yeah.
I mean, if that's how he feels,
Memphis.
that's how he feels.
Yeah.
That's how
I'm from one that's predominantly white, and it sucked to grow up in. It was bad. So I think it works both ways.
It's both ways, yeah.
It definitely works both ways. It's unfortunate that Memphis has the reputation it has, but a lot of
culture.
If
is your best hotel, somebody needs to go there and build a luxury hotel.
Yeah,
ain't
very simple.
Ain't nothing
Very
luxury
simple.
about Memphis. That's the problem. TJ, you just gotta go, bro. You just gotta go. It's what I imagine Cincinnati was like, but I bet Cincinnati's way nicer from what you saw.
Cincinnati not bad.
No,
Cincinnati not a bad city. Yeah. I've been to
Not
Cincinnati.
bad at
I haven't
all.
ever been to Memphis, but
man,
Cincinnati's not a bad
Listen,
place at all.
Cincinnati is way better than what people think.
It is.
Way better.
It is.
Way better.
I've never been. I'm excited to
The
go.
night scene in Cincy is pretty solid. Memphis has a lot of culture, but
in the chat, can y'all drop the worst cities y'all's ever been to? In the chat right now, stop what you're doing and drop the worst city y'all been to in America.
And why though? Why?
See, now you ask them to write a whole dissertation.
No, just in one sentence. If it's a whole paragraph, no, that's why one line.
But drop that. Go ahead, Kieran. What you saying?
Man, it's just really bad, dog. I don't There's only so much I can say. They have, what is it? It's not Beale Street. No, it's Beale Street in Memphis.
Yeah.
That's tough. They have jazz. They have a lot of good barbecue spots.
Hey, and a lot of your favorite rappers.
And I'm telling you,
from
no facts. There's a lot of culture from there. Yeah.
Who? What favorite? Because Drake's not from Memphis.
But we got 3 6 Mafia. We got Young Dolph.
Young
got
Dolph,
and Black Youngster from
I think Black Youngster's from Memphis.
Cool
Yeah,
Shiesty's from Memphis.
Yeah, shout out him.
Who did Young Dolph beef with?
Yo Gotti.
Yo Gotti. There we go. Yeah, Yo Gotti from Memphis.
Yeah,
so,
Project Pat.
That's all
Moneybag Yo,
3 6.
Glorilla.
Glorilla.
Yeah,
Glorilla. Yeah.
Beautiful
Moneybag
Spirit.
Yo, I forgot about Key Glock.
Yeah, Beautiful Spirit.
Memphis, Memphis got a lot of
Look,
culture.
man,
It's like a mini Atlanta.
oh man,
musically.
It's really just like one street though, and then outside of that, it's just.
Should they move the Grizzlies to Nashville?
Absolutely, they should move the Grizzlies if there is any sort of expansion. One, they were in Vancouver before, like in Canada.
Yeah,
I'm okay with it moving from there back to the States, but move it to Nashville, bro.
Yeah.
The Nashville Grizzlies,
the city of Memphis. Take it upon yourself to build the infrastructure around your team. You have an NBA team. That is a big deal.
Isn't it too late for that? The Grizzlies have been there a long time.
They have, yeah.
When were they in Vancouver? When did they come to Memphis?
When 8 Ball and MJG was popping in Memphis.
It was. It was early. It was like probably 07. if I had
Maybe
it.
earlier.
You think
You
it's earlier
just-
than that?
Yeah. 2001 is when they were.
Yeah,
Yeah, no,
I
didn't realize it
that's
was
also
that
the thing, though,
early.
too, is like, you
Yeah.
know a city's bad whenever you go in and there's a giant triangular shaped building. They're like, it's the world's biggest Bass Pro Shops.
Yeah,
Dog.
you're right.
Get me out.
You're right.
Let
What
me
you
leave.
brag about dictates how good the city is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What you
Yo, we
brag
got some
about.
ribs at like these 3 places in this one street that's kind of fun for half
That's
a mile.
facts. That's
Yeah.
facts.
That's
facts.
a good point. That's
Yeah.
a good point.
Where
bro.
people
stuff.
from in the chat, bro? Where they from?
Yeah,
Where they
let's see
from?
what
Where
we
they from?
got.
Where they from? Where they from?
Baltimore is getting a lot of
Wow,
mentions in there.
Baltimore ain't bad.
Baltimore's not bad.
At all.
Yeah, I
Salt
I've been to
Lake
Baltimore.
City. That sounds like
that
misery.
sounds
Yeah.
terrible.
Akron, Ohio.
Yeah.
East St. Louis.
Cleveland. Oh, Cleveland. What Yogi Noah
Cleveland.
say about Cleveland?
Yeah.
God, I ain't never been to Cleveland
Cleveland's
before.
not great.
Richmond, they talking about up north?
Virginia. I'm
Virginia.
assuming.
Yeah, VA.
Now, they might be talking about Richmond, California.
Oh, for real? Specify.
Nah,
Let
they
us know.
did- nah,
Richmond,
TJ, I
California.
think that's your. Oh, it might be. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's probably when I hear Richmond, I think Virginia.
Someone said
Sacramento. Dallas, Texas, got to mention. Fayetteville, North Carolina, got to mention.
Wait, hold on.
Pittsburgh
Time out.
gotta mention. Glaywater, Texas, got to
The
mention.
question was one of the worst cities you've been to, and someone said Dallas, Texas.
Dallas,
The
Texas.
Gotta be
whole
an
state
Eagle
of
fan.
New Mexico,
Gotta be an Eagle fan.
Santa Fe,
Gotta be
Gotta be an
Eagle
Eagle fan. Philly actually down there for me too. Philly was,
Mississippi, which they mentioned
Philly's
is a
amazing.
state, but
bro. Philly is ass.
Philly
is depressing.
Hell no. Philly's-
Outside of like, look,
Philly's
that whole
bad?
part,
No, Philly's
that
bad.
whole
I've
part
never
where the
heard anybody say that,
76ers
yeah.
are, where like Xfinity
That's
Live
not even
is,
the
where the
dope
Eagles
part.
are. Nah, I rock. Look, I rock with the Philadelphia
Center
like
City
sports
goes
scene.
crazy.
Glaywater, Texas. Y'all know anything about
Greatwater? I never heard of
Glaywater?
it.
Glaywater? Yeah.
Keep it
I
pushing,
don't
Kieran.
know. Look, man, we got to keep it pushing. The Browns quarterback Deshaun. Sorry, I'm trying to pull it up, man. Acho, you put me on the damn spot. Browns quarterback Deshaun Watson was working and throwing out with Jerry Jeudy, Isaiah Bond, and Jamari Thrash ahead of the offseason workouts next week. Kind of conflicting with the report that we heard that Shador was the one really around all the teammates and not really doing anything. Do you still have faith in Deshaun Watson as a quarterback for the Browns next season?
Do I still have faith in him? It's hard to say I do. I would like to see him play well because it would be a great story considering the last time he played well, he was with the Houston Texans, and it seems so long ago. And when I say great story, a great story athletically, professionally. All the off the field stuff, I'm not going to get into that. We just haven't seen it. And it's like when he gets in the game, he's not believing what he's seeing. He's holding on to the ball. And so it must be some optimism around him because the Cleveland Browns, they not just putting this out here. I seen Haslam say, oh, he has a for real shot to win the job. He looked really good towards the end of the season throwing the ball. And so they believe he can do it. It would be very interesting to see how they handle this quarterback competition. Is it going to be a 3-man competition with Dylan Gabriel, Shador Sanders, and Deshaun Watson? Or is it going to be a 2-man and Deshaun Watson and Shador, Deshaun Watson and Dylan Gabriel? But yeah, I would like to see Deshaun Watson play well, but having faith in him, it's just been too long since he's played great football. So I would say I don't have the faith, but I would like to see him play well.
I co-sign that completely. I still have faith in Deshaun Watson to be better than what the Browns have had at quarterback in the last 2 to 3 years. It's not asking much. Browns at quarterback last year had a terrible Joe Flacco, had a rookie Dylan Gabriel, and had a 7-touchdown, 10-interception rookie Shador Sanders. The year before had a terrible Joe Flacco once again. It's not asking much. Deshaun Watson can be better than the Browns have had at quarterback in the last 2-3 years. Joe Flacco won comeback player of the year maybe, or helped Kevin Stefanski win coach of the year in one season. Joe Flacco played like 5 good games towards the end of the season. But if Deshaun T can go out there, have 24 touchdowns, 10 interceptions, and 3,200 yards.
That's a win.
That's a win. That's a win.
24 touchdowns and 10. That's a
That's
win.
a win. You know, right now he has a positive touchdown to interception ratio in Cleveland. He has a winning record in Cleveland. Do that. Browns have a good defense. Deshaun, just go out there, have a positive touchdown interception ratio. Do that. But to me, like, so much of your physical, and Kieran, I think you're going through this kind of metamorphosis self-admittedly right now. So much of your physical is based upon your spiritual, it's based upon your mental, it's based upon your emotional. how well of a player can Deshaun Watson be and have been when he was going through 26, 27 allegations, many of which are self-induced? I'm not here to ask for pity for Deshaun Watson or grant pity for Deshaun Watson. I'm just here to remind you all that, like, your physical output into the world is dependent upon that soul output into your body.
So with that behind him, maybe now.
With that behind him, bro, he's gotten married since. He's recovered from the Achilles since. He's slowed down and settled down since. Hasn't had an accusation or an allegation in God knows how long. With that behind him, now you can settle down. Think about Justin Tucker. Nobody knew why Justin Tucker was missing all them kicks. Season ends, we find out Justin Tucker, in the midst of the entire season, was going through a similar allegation with Deshaun Watson. He knew what was coming. Bro, the way your physical body is in existence into the world is completely dependent upon the way your soul is communicating to that physical body. So hopefully now that Deshaun Watson's soul is right, predicated upon his spirit being right, I think his body will be right. I expect a completely different Deshaun.
Yeah, no, I think going out there on the field and thinking I might get booed by my hometown fans and everyone's out to hate me and really everyone's trying to hate watch me whenever I have my debut. I mean, that does play a factor. It does affect you heavily. I think for him, if he can get back to just making it about football, he's an incredible talent. Yep. He's an unbelievable. He was a top 5 quarterback, no question. A real top 5. Real top 5 quarterback, no question, before the allegations and everything hit after that 2020 season. I think it's tough. Can he recover? We've seen other athletes in similar positions do it. I think Tiger Woods is the guy that comes to mind. Now on the back end, Tiger Woods, it seems like has had to fight his own demons in a way as well. So I would hope for his sake he can get back to doing what he does best and move past all of this. Do I think it's possible? Yes, if it's all about football, but I don't know. I really don't know, and I can't say with any sort of certainty. And that's kind of where I think the Browns are going to view the situation is. They can't say with any certainty that he's going to come back better after this break, after all the injuries that he's had to deal with, after all the off the field stuff that he's had to deal with. He might be terrible. He might be terrible again.
But he still has 2 years, right? Of guaranteed money? 2 years,
well, it depends
right?
how you look at
90
it.
million.
Yeah. Yes, in theory 2 years, but they'll just take it in one.
He plays well. They extend him?
That's a great question.
Wow. How well does he play?
If he plays how Acho, 24 touchdowns,
I think he would
10
have
picks,
he would have to lead the Browns to the playoffs.
You definitely have to extend him.
Yeah, he'd have to lead them to the playoffs.
Any quarterback that leads them to the playoffs.
Anything short, well, Baker. Crazy enough.
And look how that worked out.
Exactly right. Anything short of the playoffs, I don't think you can extend them, T, because out of 6 seasons, if he gave you one good one, you need more than that.
If he can go 9-8, 10-7, they don't make the playoffs, and then do that again next year.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing: he wins 9 or 10 this year, he'll start next year. If he wins anything less than that, I think you got to see what's up with Shador. Let me ask you this: do you think Deshaun Watson starts the whole season?
I don't think the Browns are going to be any good, so no. If they're playing well, of course he will start the whole season. You want to see, can Shador be your quarterback? Or can Dylan Gabriel be the quarterback? That's the thing with the Browns is they don't know who's going to be their quarterback. And they want Deshaun Watson to be the quarterback. That's all this is telling me. Mm-hmm. When the owner comes out and says they want Deshaun Watson, do I see him starting the entire season? I would say no, because I have to go off of history.
Yeah.
The injuries and him not playing well. One of those two things have been a constant for him.
Realistically, though, Kieran, if you're the Browns, don't you want to be bad for one more year? That next year draft, Jeremiah Smith, Arch Manning, if that receiver from Alabama can get back right, the world will fall. If Brian Williams get back right, they'll fall in love with him again.
It's more than
Oh, really?
Yeah. You better look at them boys down in Clemson.
Oh, yes. 2 of them, huh?
2 of them.
Cam Coleman.
So, Cam Coleman in Texas.
Next year's receiving class is ridiculous.
So, like, if you are the Browns, don't you almost want, like, you want a top 3 pick next year. You almost want to struggle.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there comes a point where it's like, Deshaun, don't go out there and win too many games now. Why are you looking like that, Kieran?
No, I just think for them, yeah. I hate to say it, but like if you struggle heavily this year and there's no sign of promise, you need the quarterback. You do. You just really do. I think this year they should be taking someone. I don't think they should be taking a wide receiver at 6. I think they should be taking someone on the line or a real impact player outside of the issues that they've had on offense. Maybe another defensive piece even. But They need to really struggle next year. I feel the same way about the Raiders. They need to really struggle. I don't think now with the signing of Kirk Cousins, the Raiders are going to really struggle. But the Browns, you need
struggling.
No, they're going to struggle. Okay, yeah. But they need bigger help. If you can get one there, yeah, I like that. It's just
you got to go tackle at 6.
If Jeremiah Smith is there, which I believe he's going to be.
I'm talking about this year.
This year.
Because what are their 2 picks, Kieran? Let me get their 2 picks for you.
So they have both? 6, and then they also have, I think it's like 24 or something like that. Yeah, 24. 6 and 24.
You probably end up with
saying you can get a tackle later
at 24.
I'm going offensive line, probably both picks. We don't need much help on the on the defense.
I like that.
Yeah.
You go offensive line with both picks.
You need a wideout, though, T.
Desperately.
I'm waiting for next year. I'm waiting for next year.
I'm waiting for next year,
let
too.
that
I'm
be the reason you
year.
stink this year.
But hold on, pause.
Yeah.
But if I get these 2 linemen, we good.
Time out.
If I hit on them,
then I need this. Then T. Do this. Take pick 24. Trade that for next year's pick.
I would do that.
Like I would trade the 24th pick of this year's
And
draft.
get 2
Some
more.
team is going to want to come into the first round. Hey, give me your 2027 first round pick. That way the Browns will have their first round pick in 27, another pick in 27. So in the event the Browns are drafting 8 overall, I'm gonna take both them first. Let me trade up to 2, and let me go get Jeremiah
You're giving up
Smith.
more than just that first, though. But you're giving up.
You know what I'm saying? Let me get both them first.
A first and a 4th.
Yeah.
But you can get a quarterback if they don't pan out.
Yeah.
And you get one of these receivers.
Yeah, next year's quarterback and receiver draft is just better than
The
this year's.
problem is having all these young pieces on offense. Can they acclimate themselves to the NFL before this defense gets old?
Yeah.
That's the problem.
That's what I was getting ready
Before
to ask.
Denzel Ward, Grant Delpit,
Miles Garrett, all
Garrett,
those dudes, before they kind of take a step back, can the offense, can they speed this up?
Because you have
That's
like
the sad
2
part.
more
The defense
years.
is ready to win now, but the offense is so far behind. They need to be built up from the ground. So it's just they're the Cleveland Browns.
This
is the why there's a Cleveland
with the, if they draft a receiver with pick number 6, they need to be fired.
No receivers worth it.
Nah.
I don't think so.
Yeah, dang.
I think that would be crazy. That would be a crazy decision to do right there.
Fair. That's fair. Best receiver is who?
Cornell Tate, but
you wouldn't keep an Ohio cat in
Jordan Tyson is super talented. It's just the injury. He's quick. He's fast. He's big. It's just the injuries. But I would take Cornell Tate, but I really, really like Jordan Tyson. It's just the injuries that's scary.
Jordan Tyson going to end up on the Rams and be an absolute problem.
Hey, if he ends up with the Rams, it's going to be a problem.
Oh, my God.
That boy, he's special.
That's going to be the best receiver room
injuries that scare you. It's the injuries that scare you, but his size, quickness, and speed, he'd be no question top 10 pick if he didn't have a history of injuries.
No.
Got you.
Damn, I think the Rams are going to try it. Why not?
Because the Rams playing with house money at this point.
Bro.
But you know what, though? I can see the Rams getting a backer because their backer room is. I can see the Rams getting. They draft late. Oh, they draft.
They draft 13. They have Atlanta.
They draft 13.
Bro, they're gonna get Jordan Tyson, and it's gonna be disgusting. That Tay, Puka, and Tyson are gonna be unbelievable. Unbelievable.
And then you have the luxury now to move off of one of them.
And they got and a receiver coach is the best receiver coach in the league.
Yeah.
And Eric Yarber. So well, former receiver coach, but he's still gonna be doing all the receiver work.
Yeah. Moving forward, we got
real quick.
Oh yeah, let's go ahead and hit the. Oh yeah, we got a big super chat.
We do have a couple big super chats. So our dog Project Baby Flame.
Here we go. He back.
Project Baby
Flame
Flame.
locked up, man.
He's at 200 for today. He sent $100 super
Send
chat at
the
250.
Send the video.
Hey, Project Baby Flame, you qualify to send a video into the Speakeasy tonight, brother.
Send
you
it
could
now.
be featured
Send it
on the
now.
show. Listen, send a video, 1 minute or less. You can give a take. You can flirt with Carebear. You can say whatever you want.
You can do what?
Send the 1 minute
What is
video
wrong
and
with
we'll
y'all?
air it on the show,
Send
brother.
it right now.
What's the email? What does he send it to? What email?
Send it to video@emmanuelacho.com.
Right now.
EMANUELACHO.
We about to find out if he's really in jail or not. He's being weird.
Emmanuelacho.com.
Hey, we're gonna see. We're gonna see
Bro,
if
we only
he's
got
actually locked
like
up.
15 minutes of show left.
Get your video
Get
recorded.
the video in. Project
sent
Baby
in.
Flame. Get the video
Hey Taylor,
in.
I hate you for pointing out the fact that he hit 200.
Yeah. So listen, his $100 super chat said, just want y'all to know it's all love. What city or state have y'all visited while playing professional football that had the most beautiful women? TJ, don't you
might be in
dare
jail.
answer that. Carebear, you haven't played professionally, but you've traveled a lot with professional sports teams and media and you know all the like. So Acho and Carebear, if y'all could weigh in on this.
TJ, don't you dare.
No pun intended on the way in, but
I mean, Acho, you go first, man. I have a very clear answer.
City or state, most beautiful women.
Hey.
Is Acho stalling right now?
I'm thinking.
Is he confessing something to us right now?
It's funny because you said city or state.
Oh, okay.
Because of that, I'm gonna now go Texas because you got Houston and Dallas.
Okay.
That's where I was. Well, I wasn't gonna go Texas at first.
Yeah.
But then I was like, you get Houston and Dallas, and Houston and Dallas women are
girls
totally
in Austin
different.
don't look bad either, brother.
Totally, but NFL teams.
Oh, NFL teams.
NFL
No,
teams.
Houston, Dallas, yeah.
And they're totally different. Depends on your flavor of Ben and Jerry's,
Brother.
Baskin Robbins.
Yeah.
The answer always will be
Florida,
Miami.
I knew he was gonna say Miami.
It's Miami. I mean, look. Also living in New York for 2 years, gorgeous. Like I mean, what can you say?
not at games.
No. I would think Project Baby Flame. I don't think he's specified. He's just saying
the
because
city
y'all
or
played
the state.
professionally
Yeah.
and have been traveling. That's why I
Also,
said that's
if
why I
we're talking about
qualified
at games,
Carebear.
I thought he was talking about fan bases.
Hey,
No.
I have a nasty one for at
He's
games.
just saying city or state
At
with
games?
the most. So anywhere you traveled in the states.
At games, I have a very clear answer. Very clear answer.
You said at
And
games?
yeah, at games. No female audience shows up for games.
Niners.
No.
Looking better than.
No.
It's not the Chiefs.
I
That's
hate
disgusting.
to say this.
Looking better than.
Philadelphia Eagles fans.
Oh, really?
Those girls go out there. They passionate. They talking shit.
Fans.
I'm
And they
talking
look fine?
Bro, I
Okay.
did a couple brand deals out there and whatnot, interviewing fans at the tailgate.
Yeah.
Eagles fans, bro, like the girls be out there. They go to Xfinity afterwards or riding the bull. They be bad.
Okay.
And like it's not. Philly has never like been like,
You
oh my
mentioned
god.
talking
I'm
junk.
talking about at the game though. At the game, if they're not talking to a player at the game, Philly fans.
Okay.
Because I mean, I've been to Rams games. You can see
Acho
the girls
looks
that are clearly talking to
perplexed.
players on the team. They bad. Those are the baddest ones at the game.
As a former Philadelphia Eagle,
I hate to say. You think I want to
Acho.
admit that about the Eagles? Bro, come on now. I don't want to admit that
He
about
looks
the Eagles.
repulsed at that tape.
I'm
Kieran.
so perplexed.
How are you repulsed?
I'm so perplexed. You from Dallas.
Yes. You think there's better
Cowboys.
looking women at the Dallas games?
Kieran,
Come
I don't
on,
think
bro.
it's close.
Damn.
Here's the
I
other-
think that's crazy,
Here's the
no.
other thing you got to remember. Philly, half our games are in the cold.
There's more women
you
that
know,
go.
They
like,
bundled up.
you
You don't
can't
get to
even-
see them at their
half
best.
our-
They
half our
got
games
skull
are in the
caps
co- literally.
on and
Beanies,
beanies.
September. Early in the season.
earmuffs.
Do you think I
Yeah.
would be trying to say maybe,
Cowboys are inside.
Maybe they don't go. Maybe they don't go in, but they're at the tail. First off, the tailgate scene at Philly
I've
games.
never knew a tailgate.
That's your
Never knew a tailgate. I
problem.
never knew
That's
a
your
tailgate.
problem. The tailgate scene at Philly's games far better than what we have in Dallas with the Cowboys. Far better. Now, granted, there are some beautiful women that go to Cowboys games and whatnot. The finest ones I always see, they're talking to someone on the team, bro. Like that's what it is. I remember it was at a Lakers game, sat next to Kyrie's wife, was trying to make her laugh all night. I was like, man, this girl's bad. Like, why
know
is
who
she
she
laughing?
was?
I had no clue who she was. After the game, Kyrie rolls the ball up. What's up, baby? I was like, oh, hey, bro, I didn't even mean to disrespect you. I was trying. I got her to laugh a couple times, but not on anything serious. I was trying, but no, like Philly at the tailgates. I hate to say it, bro. Like, I really hate to say it, but
That's
like,
an
I think
interesting take.
girls show up though to those tailgates. I've been to tailgates at like, I think 13 or 14 different NFL stadiums. I've been to Rams, Bills, Colts, Jags. I've been to a lot of tailgates.
Philly
There
got it.
and Miami.
So Acho, where you
Miami.
going with this?
This is a hard question because I've never been to a tailgate.
It don't have to be a city or state with the most beautiful women.
Then
Is
you
what
got
he
then you
asked.
got to say you got to go Florida. You got to go Miami.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I
No,
don't even
it's
think you
to be
can't.
honest though, Miami's ridiculous.
gotta go
I've been
Florida,
to a
you gotta
Miami college game. Come on, bro. And I was with my lame ass ex. I was looking.
You were looking.
I had to.
Oh, that was just like 6 months ago. You was at the
I had
the
to
game.
look.
Yeah.
It was everywhere. It's
Okay.
like I had no option. It was
But
either,
is it just?
it was this.
But what
or
is it
I
about
couldn't see.
Miami? Is it?
I'm not
Acho,
blind.
Is it? Is it like what you said because they're dressed differently because it's out?
Miami,
the weather,
here's the thing about
Is it
Miami.
they're
Though.
just the,
They're not really fans. They there to get chose.
Got it.
Facts.
Eagles fans
So
are
they-
fans. They there to
Okay,
watch.
No,
got
the
it.
girls is actually fans.
Like,
I think it's the
got
fact they talk shit to
Dolphins
you. Though.
fans, like, I can't even take you seriously.
I
bro.
watched a
Yeah.
fine woman at the Eagles tailgate. It was when they played the Dolphins, I think 2 years ago or whatever. Fine. Cursing out a family as this dude's walking his child into the game. I said, yo, That's a trade I'm looking for. That's someone that can play on this team.
That's crazy.
That's real
Trey,
talk.
what other chats we got?
Listen, we
G?
got quite a few $50 super chats to get to. Project Baby Flame again said, hey, can we get a Speakeasy Watch Your Mouth segment on the show or Speakeasy Watch Your Mouth hoodie merch?
We got hoodie merch literally ordered today. Came out of my check. Actually, I don't have a check. It came out of my account. Everything comes out of my
Everything
account.
come out of. I love your account, dude. It's awesome.
Well, you also made $10,000 and didn't share it with any of the rest of us. But please continue.
Anyway,
Oh, my bad.
Speakeasy merch will be debuted during the draft show.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Speakeasy merch will be debuted
NFL
during the
draft.
draft show. We got hoodies, we got t-shirts, we got pullovers,
Okay.
we got hats.
All right.
Okay.
That's a
Turn
bet.
that up.
Okay.
Turn that up. Come on
we
now.
locking in. Shout out to our guy, Benjamin Ty.
B-Ty, what up, baby?
Shout out to B-Ty. Said, going back to the very first topic of the night when we were discussing Cousins mentor Mendoza, if Cousins were to play till Thanksgiving, like TJ said, what are the expectations then? Do we expect Mendoza to take off having to sit behind Cousins?
I expect him to play well.
Yeah, I
Now,
agree.
Take off. I don't know if you use the word take off.
Yeah.
Who do they draft? What weapons do they get around him that can help him now? Because the Raiders' offensive skill players outside of Bowers, we don't know them.
Yeah.
Can it be Dante Thornton, Jack Betch? That there's guys that they have that they've drafted. They just haven't done it. Can Genty now
Genty,
live
Ashton
up to his
Genty,
draft?
yeah.
So I expect him to play well.
I expect Mendoza to have a Tyler Shuck type rookie season.
Okay.
3 and 4. You know what I mean? Like
Best of the worst.
9
Show some
touchdowns,
promise.
3 picks, show some promise.
Yeah.
I expect a Tyler Shuck type rookie season.
That's a bet. Alfredo Garcia Jr. said, what's up, Trey, TJ, Carebear, Acho? Shout out one time to the people in the back. Shout out to the gang in the back. They said, why Carebear looking scrumlicious with them glasses and chain? Big love from the
Are we going to
Midwest.
pause the chat at some point, bro?
They said they money. They say what they want. That's
That
how
is
it works.
true. That
Acho
is
set
true.
that precedent.
That is true.
We gotta keep it. You looking scrumlicious,
Not gonna
apparently. So
That's crazy.
Wow.
Scrumlicious.
Alfredo sliding his DMs.
Yeah.
No, don't do that.
We don't know. If
Don't.
Alfredo could be. We don't know who's
We don't
behind
know
that
Alfredo.
YouTube. It
I
could
know
be
Alfredo is a male name. Yeah, I'm not on that side of the street.
Alfredo's talking about
the food, the meal. Yeah, the pasta. Yeah.
Knows how to get to your heart too.
Oh,
If I wanted to shoot at Care Bear, I'd name myself a food. He would be like, "Oh, Alfredo."
Hey.
Oh,
Oh my
Like-
God, bro.
it's smart.
I don't know.
Stop doing that! Stop doing that!
Chad,
I'm
if y'all wanna
going
shoot
on
at
camera
Acho-
for a reason.
If y'all want to shoot at Acho, send a peanut butter
Stop
emoji. apparently.
doing that,
So, I don't know.
please.
oh my gosh.
That's messed up, bro. This messed
That
up,
is
bro.
messed
the food
up.
jokes is crazy, bro.
Listen, man. Nana Insaya said,
God.
"Do y'all think the reason
Something else,
why
bro.
there are only American quarterbacks?"
That was a good one, though. That was a good one.
That was good. Only reason there are American quarterbacks is due to dexterity or nuances in language. Because if the NFL does expand all around the world, would love to see QBs from all around the world. Y'all keep me on my toes with these SATs.
That would take some time, though. That's gonna take some time
Yeah.
because football is such a
Unique sport.
Americanized game that you got to get the coaching,
Yeah.
and just understanding how the game is played, how to read coverages. That's gonna take some time.
TJ,
TJ,
TJ, I want y'all to imagine this, right? You in your prime. I'm talking about you going in the year
Okay.
6, 7 of your career,
Yeah.
right? You just had your Pro Bowl season. You ready? You know what I mean? You ready to get active. Carson ends up getting traded to some other team, and they're like, "Yo, first round pick. We're drafting this quarterback from Luxembourg,
Germany, huh?
brother." How are you feeling about that when he walks in the room?
If we don't know him and we don't see him, we like, bruh, what's going on?
Your career is now in the hands of
yeah.
some European dude that didn't grow up around football. If you're an NFL GM and want to draft a non-American quarterback, brother,
Yeah.
you're fired. Yeah. You're fired.
Well, I think the
brother.
hardest thing is no other sports around the world use their arms like
that.
NFL,
Nobody got
like
hand-eye coordination like Americans, bro.
football.
The other
You'll
thing,
notice
though, I
it.
would say is like quarterback. It completely undermines your athletic ability. So, like, if you have athletic ability, go play another position.
Yeah.
Like a quarterback is the most like, hey, if you're not an athlete, we'll still take you.
But to me, that's when I was playing.
Nah, that's changing now.
If you're not athletic, you're not playing quarterback no more.
Yeah.
Every quarterback, for the most part, has some type of. They can run a little bit. They got a little twitchiness to them. Back then, they didn't have that. Every quarterback that's playing now, with the exception of Matthew Stafford and Jared Goff,
Yeah.
Got a little twitchiness to him.
And the last thing I'll say to that, because it is a good question, quarterback, you probably have to take the time most to develop. Like Jordan Mailata, 7th round pick, played rugby. He's a Pro Bowl caliber left tackle. Zach Ertz didn't play football till high school. He's one of the all-time leading catchers in tight end.
Yeah.
You're not doing that at quarterback.
Right.
You're not just starting to play quarterback your junior year in high school and then
Yeah. Even some wide receivers.
Keep
TJ,
that
you said
European
you
quarterback
were
with
late.
me.
You were late to the game.
Yeah, my last
Playing
year in
wide
high
receiver.
school.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I got a couple more. We move
no,
on.
okay,
Okay,
we only got one
so
more
Kai
topic.
Hall said, how do you think the 49ers defense will do this year by the people that they added?
Greenlaw, Fred Warner back.
Yeah.
Great.
Yeah.
Bosa coming back. Oh man, come on, man.
It's just Raheem Morris. Please don't let.
Also, Diggy is a good addition though too.
great.
That's gonna really help him in the middle.
Yeah.
Really
Raheem's
help
a
him.
DC, right? Oh, okay, that's a good DC.
Because when they were just dominant, is when they had Armstead, and then the outside rush. That's when they were dominant. So if he can just give them some of that, they're gonna be scary.
Yeah, Kenny Power said, yo, TJ, Sebastian Fundora put belt to ass last Saturday when he fought Keith Thurman. Who you got this weekend when the Bronze Bomber and Derek Chisora clash at O2 Arena Saturday?
I like Deontay, man. I think Deontay gonna knock him out within 6 rounds. And if he doesn't, he need to give it up.
Okay.
Because Derek Chisora has been in so many wars that, he shouldn't be able to keep up with Deontay. But Deontay...
He's a wild card.
You just don't.
He's a wild card.
Have you guys seen Deontay Wilder's press videos this past week? You seen him, TJ?
Yes.
He's a wild
like
boy.
sometimes I be thinking like, is he serious?
He's a wild
He looks dead serious.
Nah, he's dead serious, bro. To this day.
Yeah.
To this day.
Last one I got, Central Cast said, as someone from Stockton, California, do your research on us. We had our city going to Chapter 9 bankruptcy, and to top that is ranked top 3 worst cities for crime and death in California. Our vice mayor is Jason Lee.
And the 2 most famous people I know from there, Nick and Nate Diaz. So if
really?
That's what spawns from
You
that
know
city,
EBK J-Bo. You know who he is.
Yeah, Jason Lee, that's the Hollywood Unlocked guy. He's the vice mayor of Stockton, for real.
J-Bo is? And you, would they consider you
Gen Z?
He a rapper.
Oh, yeah, I know him.
Oh,
yeah, I know.
Okay.
No, that's not who.
No, that's not who you're talking about.
No, that's not who I'm talking
That's
about. But maybe
that's a dude from Alvin and the Chipmunks, Jason Lee.
That's not the Jason Lee.
But that's not the Jason Lee.
About.
That's the vice mayor. Type in Hollywood Unlocked or whatever. I think
is it EIG?
There he is, right there to the far right. There he is to the far right.
Oh, he likes it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, I can comfortably say I've never seen this dude in my life, bro.
Is that who you? I think that's. See if he's the vice mayor.
I don't even know what Hollywood Unlocked is, bro. I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway, Kieran, get back to the show.
Yeah, no.
Well, we got one more topic.
We got one more topic for you guys.
And send in your video. What's his name?
Project Baby.
Yeah,
Project
Baby
Baby
on that video.
He's not gonna send it in because he's just got to prove that he's just being weird and he's not in prison.
Or if he don't send it in, he don't want to get in trouble.
Yeah.
Sure.
But it depends on how much he wants Carebear.
True.
Yeah, how much he wants to shoot his shot.
From down.
Speaking of downtown.
Speaking of downtown, Bam Adebayo has been on a tear since scoring his 83-point game, and he had to take about defenders treating him a little different after dropping 83. I'll let you guys listen.
Yes, because people obviously going into stats and how I play. People notice like I didn't shoot that many threes, so they're like, "Man, I didn't know you shoot that many threes." So now, like when I step on the court, now it's like, yeah, you have to guard me now because I can make 7 in a game.
Fellas, he then went on to be just, some of the greatest players in our league have come through and not been able to score 83, saying all of that. How do we feel about these comments that he's being guarded differently now? Like one of the more elite scorers in the league.
I mean, I think there is some truth to it. Because the fact of the matter is, like, you don't want to be the team that Bam puts 60 on your head. You don't want to be the team that Bam puts 50 on your head. So I do think, like, you're cognizant of the fact that he's capable of doing this. So now you want to make sure you're not the team that allows him to do that. We were playing the Oakland Raiders, T. It was 2013. Nick Foles goes out there and sets an NFL record, 7 passing touchdowns. We win like 49-13 or 49-7. His jersey goes into the Pro Football Hall of Fame for that game. Is Nick Foles a perennial 7 touchdown per game passer? No. but you don't want to be the team that somebody now puts that on your head. And guess what? After that happens, the scouting report changes, at least for the rest of the season, because coaches will now say, hey, if you take this person lightly, if you treat this person lightly, he will make you pay. They will make you pay. This team will make you pay. So, Kieran, I don't think it's far-fetched to say that the rest of this season, teams are going to treat Bam differently because you don't want to be the player and you don't want to be the team that Bam all of a sudden he puts 40 or 50 or 60 on your head.
Man, you know what, Bam? Talk your shit.
Yeah.
That's what he's doing. He scored 83 points in a game, the second most ever. Mm-hmm. And there's a ton of great players, great scorers that have come through the NBA. Obviously, they didn't do that. And so all he's doing is popping his shit now. Now, you did go 7 for 22 from 3, 32%.
Did happen.
Yeah. But I have no problem with somebody saying what he said when he did what he did. He earned that. And it was against the Wizards, so they're in the NBA. He culture is we gonna do things the right way. I felt like they didn't do it the right, but he still scored 83.
That did happen.
And so if you want to get out there and pop your shit and talk how you talking, go ahead, because you earned it.
All right.
So he did earn it. He went out there. He scored 70 ethical buckets before, like, they started getting nasty with the missing free throws and all sorts of other stuff. 43 free throws to get those 83 points. Also,
is that a record in the game?
Yes, he attempted the most free throws, made the most free throws in a game ever. Also, you took 22 shots to get the 7 threes. I don't think anyone like that's a shot chucking extraordinaire. Like, that's like, to me also, I completely disagree with your point that, like, oh, you don't want to be the next team to give up 60 to Bam. Bam's career high before that was 41. That was just his night. That was like Terrence Ross going out there and dropping 51. Like, that's like, yo, Terrence Ross is probably never going to do this again. And he never did. Bam Adebayo, it's kind of in the same situation. Like, yes, dropping 83 was crazy, but it got disgusting at the end of the game. And also, it's against the Washington Wizards that just allow just crazy stuff to happen over and over again. I just think, I think it's a stretch to just be like, yo, everyone's treating me different now because I can make 7 threes in a game. It's not like you went out there and took 9 shots and buried 7 of them. And it's like, yo, Bam just had a crazy shooting night. No, you shot 30% from the three-point line because you took 22 three-pointers, which is probably a record for a center in an NBA game. I think that's like, to me, yes, he deserves to pop his stuff, but now it's like been like, whenever he was talking about Luka scoring 60, he was just like, nah, like, I know what it feels like to get in that zone and, like, really, like, it's just,
yeah. Maybe
it's the fact that it's Bam and it is, like, funny to, like, watch Bam just be like, as one of the greatest scorers to ever have a crazy performance ever. Like, it is crazy.
But here's my thing, though. This is unfair. Why is unfair? Because Bam's career high just happens to be higher than all your career highs. That's why the delta between his second career high is greater. Devin Booker, he dropped 70 once. D-Book does not drop 50 on an average night. He don't, because I'll be betting on him, and he let me down every time. D-Book probably averages 27 points per game. He dropped 70 once. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Like, so you think about Gilbert Arenas. He dropped 60 once. Yep. Now, outside of that, he dropped to 54 and I think a 51, and then the rest are 40s. Bam dropped 80-something. Outside of Bam's 80-something, he does what he does. Yeah. So I don't know that it's fair because, okay, would Bam have been better off dropping 68? So now Bam's dropped 68, and the second most he's dropped would have been 48 or 43. Would that have been better off?
He's looked at as a scorer. Devin Booker is looked at as a scorer.
Yes. Yeah.
Gilbert Arenas is looked at as a scorer.
Certified. But
Bam came into the league. We knew he was going to be a good defensive player. Yep. We hoped he would develop an offensive game. That's why. Those other guys, they do it. It's like, oh, yeah. They can score. Bam wasn't looked at as a scorer when he came into the league. And so now when he does this, everyone's shocked.
But is that shame on us because Bam is also...
He's improved.
But not just that. Like, Bam isn't a selfish player. Like, you watch Devin Booker's game, Book is only trying to get buckets. Bam, Bam will drop 9 or 10 dimes, and he plays defense.
He
but like, Bam will push the ball up the court, push the pace, and then try to drop a dime like he's Magic. Like, Bam isn't ever actually trying to get buckets. I think when he dropped 83, he was first quarter. I think he dropped 34, and then I think he was like, oh wait, This could be one of those special games.
Yeah.
If Bam wanted to give you 50, if Bam wanted to give you 50, Bam could give you 50.
I don't know about that.
I think it's
Acho,
offensive.
this is my point. Acho, if you go out there in an NFL game and you have 2 sacks because they send you twice and you have 14 tackles, do you think that the next team? Like I'm not saying like say 3 games later you're just doing your special teams and whatnot, and then you get like a random start. And the first start that you had 3 tackles. Next start you had 4 tackles. Like you just went crazy in that one game.
You don't have to tolerate this.
Would you feel like they got to be worried that I might get 2 sacks and 14 tackles in this game?
Here is why I would, because in my mind, like any athlete's mind, you know what you're capable of. You have an excuse in your mind as to why you haven't shown it.
Okay.
If somebody were to say you only played 4 years, I tore my quad off the bone at the combine.
Yep.
I have my reasons. You only played 4 years. Yeah, I was behind Michael Kendricks, who they gave the highest paid or third highest paid linebacker, D'Amico Ryans, and we trade Shady for Kiko Alonso. They were all going to play ahead of me, whether they were better or not. Kiko got traded for Shady. He's going to start. Kendricks was making $27 million. He's going to start. And D'Amico's D'Amico. He's going to start. Athletes have reasons as to why they haven't accomplished what they've accomplished. Now, Twitter trolls just say, Acho, you suck. A Twitter trolls just say, Bam, you're not that good. But Bam, in his mind, is like, bruh, if I was putting up as many shots as Devin Booker was putting up on a nightly basis, I could, in his mind.
But that's where you lose me, though.
But look, this real quick.
Okay, go ahead,
this the thing that I don't like about Bam's take. I'm not here to discredit his 83-point game. It is what it is. No. He did what he did. Whatever, right? What I don't like is the talking like, now the whole game plan and scheme has to change.
That's my point.
If I hit the lottery once, which we could argue is not as much of a stretch for Bam to score 83, but it's damn hard. There's been a lot of players that are better scorers than Bam that have come through the league that have never sniffed 83 points. If I hit the lottery once, I can't go out and be like, I just be hitting the lottery and shit now, so any gas station I walk into and buy a ticket, I'm probably going to hit the lottery. I don't like that. Don't act like because you struck because you got struck by lightning once. Do you gamble? I play poker. Yeah, that's gambling. Yeah.
That's tough. Okay, I don't know poker as much. I play
blackjack.
Bet. You play blackjack.
Yep.
If you ever play blackjack, you can side bet.
Yep.
And the side bet might be something like if
3 of a kind, suited.
Exactly.
Yep.
If you get 2 Queen of Hearts, that pays you 10,000 to 1.
Yeah.
Right? Might be something like that. I've hit Queen of Hearts before Sugar House, a casino in Philly.
Okay.
You hit Queen of Hearts, all of a sudden you're like, hey, I'm going back to this table.
Yeah.
Because this dealer, they look out.
Yeah.
You might not. I got Queen of Hearts twice or 3 times in my entire gambling tenure.
But let me draw the parallel. Let me draw the parallel. Because what's not happening is the casino is like, damn, Acho hit them 3 Queen of Hearts and we got to worry about him doing it again. Don't let him sit down at this table. They like, no, bring your ass back to this table and put more money in. Let me get to play a card. 10,000 at the table, cool. Now go try to hit them 10, them 3.
That's exactly it.
That's the same situation.
Exactly the situation. You brought up Devin Booker earlier. Yes, Devin Booker had a 70-point game. He's also had a 60-point game and 6 50-point games.
Yeah.
Luka had a 73-point game. He's also had multiple 20-point games and double-digit 50-point games. We're not expecting Bam because Bam just does not do that. 83 is double his career high.
Facts.
Hold on. What is Bam's field goal attempts a game?
Brother.
And then what's Devin Booker or Luka's field goal attempts per game? Just give me that. Because my thing is like, Bam, especially as a big, I would be hard pressed to find a player 6'10" or above with a more complete skill set than Bam. Handle, mid-range, post moves, fadeaways, and from 3. I didn't say there's nobody.
But it's not many.
I just said I would be hard-pressed to find a player 6'10" and above with the game as complete as Bam.
Is Bam really 6'10", though? He's that big?
Yeah.
All right. Devin's averaging 18 shots a game. Bam is averaging 15.9, like almost 16. Like 2 or 3 more shots a game. 2 or 3 more shots. Like I can't say that. Like, and in those shots, D-Book could go off for 50 tonight, and you're gonna be like, that's what Devin Booker does.
But here's my
Bam Adebayo goes off for 50. That's still an anomaly.
But when you look at
that's different.
Bam came into the league averaging 7 and 9 points a game, respectfully.
Yeah.
That's why.
Bro, this year he's only averaging 20. Yeah. Before the 83-point game, he averaged 18.9 points a game. After the 83-point game, he averaged 20.3 points a game. I just looked it up. Yeah. Like, he's only averaging 20. All I am buying for is that if Bam wanted to average 28 or 29, he could. That's all I'm averaging.
You think so?
I think
He's
if he
taking more
could, he
threes
would.
this year than he ever
Because he
before.
has that leeway to kind of do what he wants to do. I think he could. If he could, he
Also,
would.
this is my
It
problem
would
with
be
the
at
comment
the
though
expense
too.
of the Heat's success.
This season,
though.
he is taking more threes than he's ever taken before. His previous season high was taking 2.8 last year. For that, he never averaged taking more than 1 3 a game. So yes, he is working on his 3-point shooting. Do you know what his shooting from the 3 this year?
What is it?
31%. No, Bam, I'm not worried about you hitting 7 threes in a game.
I'm not
because
worried
you
about
can't
you
do it
hitting
at a
them
high
Queen of
percentage.
Hearts.
Yeah.
I want you shooting that many threes.
Yeah.
If Bam Adebayo goes out there and goes 7 for 22 from the 3, everybody would love it. You took 22 3-pointers? That's 15 wasted possessions you had chucking up a 3. I'm taking that every single time.
Let me ask y'all this. At this stage in their careers, is there that big a gap between Bam's offensive game and Paolo's offensive game? Because I watch both of them.
There's a huge gap.
Yeah.
There's a huge
There's
gap.
a
between
huge
their
gap
offensive
in
game.
the ceiling.
Yeah.
I said right now today.
Yeah.
Right now,
There's a
today,
gap.
Yeah.
There's a gap.
Yeah.
The gap's
Paolo Banchero
not.
is
The
a better
I don't think the gap is. I don't think the gap's what y'all think it is.
as what
I don't
we
think
would
the
have
gap's what y'all
expected it
think
to
it
be
is.
for
Paolo
This
coming
dude-
into the league and averaging 20
as a rookie.
as a rookie.
No, I'm saying that's not the point. It's not
Come on,
Paolo's
bro.
20. I'm saying right now today, Paolo's
Yes.
averaging 22, Bam's averaging 20.
Yes,
right
there's
now
a
today,
huge gap.
I see. I
There's
don't think
not
it's
a huge
huge.
gap.
Paolo from 3 is
Paolo's
shooting
not a
30.
perimeter threat.
Okay.
Bam's shooting 30.
Yep.
Paolo from the field is shooting what?
Paolo's expected to do more offensively than
Yeah,
he
No,
he's
don't move that goalpost.
Yeah, that's not
Don't
what I
move
asked
the
you.
goalpost.
That's not what I asked
He
you.
is.
He's expected
Okay.
to do more.
Yep.
But I'm saying like right now, I watch Paolo because Paolo's usually the safest bet you can make. Also,
Hey.
but like I don't think there's a
Game
huge
on the line,
gap.
and they both on the same team. Who getting the ball?
Paolo.
Of course.
Paolo.
So that's why you would take him.
I'm saying, but skill set. I don't think there's that big a gap in
I
their
think
skill
there is.
sets right
I
now.
He
definitely think
handles the
there
ball
is.
much better.
Yes.
Banchero
There's
does.
The skill set is
ceiling.
glaring
There's
different.
ceiling.
He
But
handled- their
Paolo has
ceiling
been
is-
very underwhelming this
year, bro.
He's
He's
been
been
very
there.
underwhelming, and
Averaging 22.
Bam
but-
averaging 20.
For the
last year-
second time
but-
in
but
his,
if
in
you
the
look-
second time in his 9-year career.
But
Yeah,
if you
it's
look
like
at what he
8-year
did last year, he averaged 26. So he's
Yeah.
taking a
He had a
significant
shortened
dip
season though because of the injury.
with no like real changes on the roster.
No,
Like
no,
they
no.
got.
But Trey, he averaged 26 last year.
Yep.
He's taking less shots this year a game.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes,
but-
So
taking
he's
3
not
less shots a
taking
game.
because his shooting percentage is
taking
pretty
less
much
shots
this,
since
roughly
his
the
rookie
same the
season.
last 3 years.
I hear y'all, but what I'm saying is when you watch Paolo,
Bro,
you
that's what
can
I'm saying.
tell his game is limited because
It did this.
yes, because he's not. He's not a
without
perimeter threat.
without Franz Wagner, Paolo looked different.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest.
It's-
Like,
yeah.
I watch Paolo on a nightly basis. My thing is like Paolo's handle is at the end of the day, is your handle efficient enough to get you to the cup? You know what I'm saying? Like that's what it is to me. Is your handle efficient enough to get you to the cup? Paolo's handle is, and Bam's more often than not is, particularly if Bam's on a big because he has that first step explosion. So to me, like I
He's a
just
better
don't
scorer.
know.
Even from a usage rate, ball dominant, like he is a better
Paolo is-
scorer.
He is.
and-
I just said I don't think the gap is that.
I don't think
That's
it's
all
that
I'm
big
saying.
think
either.
there
And
is a
but
gap,
I do
though.
think Paolo's ceiling is significantly higher as a
Yeah,
scorer.
and I think Bam's had
than
multiple years to work towards an offensive level that's still not as good as Paolo coming into the NBA. That's my point.
Yeah. One was the number 1 overall pick,
Yeah.
and one
Yeah.
was
And
whatever.
Paolo's
Bam was.
gotten better consistently up until this season, but he's taking less shots. I
Which,
think it's a
well, here's
different
my
situation.
question though. I thought Paolo's ceiling was through the roof, but after watching him last year and this year, I'm like,
This is what he is.
Paolo didn't get. Yeah,
This is what he is.
I don't know, like,
Paolo's. But the thing is, do you
But
think
he's
he's
a
going
guy
to be
that
an
can
MVP
average
guy?
25 a game. I'll take that.
but I thought Paolo
but-
would be like a first team All NBA guy, and I'm like, oh, there's no way he'll never be that.
But this is why I would argue that Paolo's ceiling is higher because he's doing this without a consistent jump shot, without being a perimeter threat. So if he develops that and incorporates that into his game, it catapults him into a different level of, okay, we got a scheme for this guy defensively and check him differently and figure out, you know what I mean, how we're going to stop him. But right now, he's just not a perimeter threat. You can guard him kind of one-dimensionally because he's only going to flirt around the mid-range and try to get to the hole on you. So
do we have any super chats or the video before we get out of here?
We got a super chat. You gonna read it though, or you want me to?
let me just.
You want to read it, or
I
will?
didn't like the confidence he said it with.
I don't mind, because listen, one thing about me, I got thick skin, Pauls. I enjoy a good joke, roast session, all of that. So
He-
Project Baby Flame Jumped in the super chat again, dropped 50 bones. Listen, my brother, you might be the richest incarcerated person I've ever met. I ain't never seen nobody with this much commissary in their life.
I want you to read it with the same passion and vigor that he typed it out and that you did for mine.
I will. Yeah. Ain't no hole in my blood.
Okay, go ahead.
He says, just joking with y'all, Trey, don't do too much. Because when you take that hat off and they see that Brazilian silk press sew in, they gonna bet all kind of soups and honey buns on your prize picks. It's gonna be good to be right. That's crazy. Brazilian silk press sew in is wild, brother.
That is wild.
That is pretty crazy, especially when TJ has the nicest hair in the
Here's my
speakeasy.
question.
Yeah, that's how you do that. That's how you.
Here's my
what
thing.
Magic Johnson say?
That was a very detailed super chat.
It was.
It was a little
Like a Brazilian silk press sew-in
is
that's
crazy.
not just grew up with sisters.
Right.
That's I do hair.
Yeah.
That's not
I
just.
love how Acho pretend like he don't play in the snow on the show, bro. Like that does, like that's amazing, bro.
That's I do.
He
hair.
don't know what that is, bro.
I know exactly what that is. I grew up with all the sisters.
Okay.
And Nigerian.
In private school? Is that
Well,
no, Nigerian though. It's gonna help a lot.
Yeah.
It's usually a Nigerian woman doing the hair at the end.
Yeah,
no, that's true.
Yeah.
What? In them salons?
That was a good one.
That's facts.
I was ready to catch him. He got me with the food joke. I was trying to get one back.
That's okay.
Hey,
We all
Kieran
fall
know the
short.
show running out,
I'm saying.
and he know it's the last show.
Yeah, he trying to get his jabs in real quick. He trying to get his jabs. Trying to feel good over the weekend.
Hey, what is it in boxing when they 10 seconds left?
Oh yeah,
When they ring that bell. When they hit that bell, it's 10 seconds left. Listen, that is really all I had. Project Baby Flame rounded us out with a crazy super chat about my hair, and now they going in on me on the chat. That's wild.
Ethan, do your thing, G.
Well, man, we appreciate you guys for being here. We'll see you guys on Sunday night, 11:15 p.m. Eastern, 10:15 p.m. Central, 8:15 p.m. Pacific, right back here in the Speakeasy. If you're watching right now, before you get up out of here, hit that like button. Go ahead and hit that subscribe button and hit the bell button to be notified when we go live. Times do change from time to time because people got to go to church like we had to do this week on Wednesday. Look, ladies and gentlemen, it's been Kieran Hickey Simple, TJ Hooshman Zada, Emmanuel Acho, Social Trey, and everyone in the back. Make some noise in the back. We'll see you guys next time right back here in the Speakeasy.
Peace.